Your eyes adjust to the darkness. This dim little area is nothing compared to the swamps of Beleth, but that area always finds a sort of natural brightness to it. Tightly packed groups of individuals who come together to forge something like a village, town, colony. A great gathering of people, always alive to some point. Darkness sticks away. But here, in the gathering gloom, your eyes adjust to a significantly more dreary place. The lights bounce off the ceiling and mingle with the dust, revealing what appears to be on all sides of you, almost a prison of concrete. Your eyes pinch shut again, and you remember how you came to this point. You came to Fuse City, right. They needed strong people. They needed mercenaries. They needed people who would work as protectors for those coming and going from the Coda. Coda resounds across your mind, actually adding a little bit of burn to it. Your head hurts, you're not entirely sure why. And honestly, to punctuate that headache, a voice cuts through the darkness as loud and piercing as a siren. Hey, Willow! Somebody walks in, waving at you. Right. Ruth Galatine. She's part of your little organization with you. Right now, you're just the EMTs of Station 1, and she is, well, someone also trained in martial disciplines, so you two have stuck together mostly. Ever since hell broke loose and the Coda started spilling out, you two have stuck around. This bunker used to be a lot more full. She waves, it's like, hey, wake up, sleepyhead.
Oh, even one. Hold on, one moment. She rolls off of bed and then forgets that she's on the top bunk and rolls down each and every step, hitting the ground.
Thunk, 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 thunk. Ruth just watches that happen. That never gets old. She bounces in place gleefully.
Don't laugh.
Okay, I'm not laughing. Here. She holds out a hand for you.
She takes it.
Okay, so we're gonna sneak out, right? We're gonna go train.
Yeah, we're gonna go training, right?
After sneaking out. Cool, nice. I like it. I think so long as we hit our training quota for today, we won't be chewed out by either of the doctors, or motions with their head. She turns around, looks at the room. So, what weapon you want to bring today? She arcs one of her eyebrows up. Now, this is an important moment of decision. This doesn't necessarily need to be the weapon you want to stick with. However, if you want to train with anything in particular, you can feel free. This beginning segment is going to function as a sort of tutorial.
Oh.
What suits Willow?
I was thinking Willow uses a big lance. Those weird jousting type lances?
Yeah! Hell yes! Ruth picks up the lance from the crates next to her and is like, here you go, and I'll be taking as usual. She picks up what appears to be a long sword, bigger, heavier, rounded edges. You hold your lance in your hand. I'm shocked you can carry something that big.
I mean, yeah, in the swamp, you gotta carry a lot of heavy things.
I just, physically speaking, she's pointing at you. Size-wise, she has quite a few inches on you, yet she struggled hauling the lance. You simply walk with it.
I do a lot of training.
Yeah. I'll catch up someday. Someday I'm gonna be swinging around a greatsword that's like 6 times the size of me.
I mean, you're gonna have to keep training for a little bit for that one.
Yeah. Might as well start with the normal sized one. She's like, she heads down the hallway and you feel the presence change. As a large figure moves through the area, he large figure, God. No, compared to you two, not at all. We're just like, oh, it's the director. Pokes around the edge and like does the Scooby-Doo peek. That guy's really weird. You both peek around the edge as this large presence, almost like, how to describe his energy? He has the presence of a gravekeeper. As he moves around, he drags with him what appears to be a large sack. It scrapes across the ground. As he moves off in this direction, he almost pauses, sensing you for a second, and then continues on in silence. That guy just... She stands up straight. That guy just comes and goes from the coda as he pleases. How does he do that? How does he not get eaten by the literal demons?
Maybe he's just, stupid strong.
Stupid strong. Man, you think if we get tough enough, demons will ignore us?
Yeah, probably.
Nice, let's do it then. Ruth is getting fired up and walks as you round the corner, and you actually manage to miss another figure who has no presence whatsoever. Locked head to toe in one of those large Esper suits, she sort of like waves to you two. Right, the pompous ass of the area. She gives you a little salute. Hey, rookies, how's it going? Ruth, like, rookies? We've been here just as long as you. Well, for now, I'm going to continue calling you rookies until your kill count equals or matches mine. That's not exactly fair. Looks over to Willow's, just like, honestly, we're gonna go train so we can outdo her someday, right?
Yeah, we're gonna outdo you tomorrow, even.
Yeah. What's your kill count again? 17. 17's a lot. That's actually a lot. Willow, do you think we could take down 17 in the next day or two?
Give us a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, and we're coming for your ass. She has like a hand out and is doing the my eyes, your eyes thing. She's like, wow. Okay, we really told her. You go.
As I walk past, she looks at her. Better watch yourself.
Ruth, as she's walking, similarly is like double thumbs up. The second she looks at her, double middle fingers. It's just like, nice job. Okay. Let's go make sure the wet blanket doesn't tell on us. She's like, she sneaks around. Yo! Walks into the room. Yeah? Hi. Hello, Ruth? Good to see you again. Someone moves around the corner, and for a second you look at her face and your head hurts again. This part of the memory is disrupted. There's something wrong here. You don't remember who slots into this spot. Yo, we're gonna sneak out to go train. You led with sneak out. I'm supposed to... Dr. Verona's telling me to keep an eye on you to make sure you don't wind up in danger. We're not going to be in danger. We're going to be in training. That's like the opposite of danger, right, Willow?
Yeah, that's going to be the opposite of training. We're going to be...
In danger. Oh, wait, shit. She, like, moves... Well, if you guys are going to be training, just keep it around Station 1, all right? If anything goes wrong, yell... And make sure to come back before Verona comes back, or I'll be the one getting the earful. Yeah, of course. Don't worry about it. We'll train. We're gonna train so much, so hard.
Yeah, we're going to the stars.
We're gonna be stars. We're gonna listen. Give us time. Everyone's going to know the name Ruth Galatine and Willow Wisp. She gets this big grin on her face. It's like, oh, okay, I'm looking forward to the day that you rise that high, I guess. Turns around slightly, is like, nice, okay. I wonder why she let us past. I mean, last time I said I was going to go training, I did sneak away to go to the city at large.
Maybe she trusts us now.
Yeah. So, okay, real talk with me. Are you planning on actually training?
I mean... Maybe. Actually, no.
Sweet. Okay, let's sneak off while nobody's looking, and we'll worry about the hero thing maybe a little bit later. You two stealth your way into the city, and you creep your way from building to building. Let me move you over here. You'll probably see duplicates of yourselves. There. You move into the containment zone. Ever since the coda opened, this segment of the city has been locked down. Due to repeated Codan infestations, creatures from below will emerge and wreak havoc. As a result, Station 1 is a lone bastion amidst the area. The city, in order to return to it, needs to be traversed, and these abandoned areas are anything but safe. So, you creep from building to building. Let me play something like this one. Okay. Stealth mission.
It doesn't make it stealth if you keep saying stealth mission.
it's like a magic spell. I'm casting a stealth spell on both of you. You're right though. You're right actually though. She like wanders down the middle of the street as you feel sort of something growing closer to you. Yeah, there's a presence. It's human. You pick it up almost immediately. Since it's honed in the swamps, you can almost detect at a distance exactly where and when people are, where and when the monsters are arriving. In this instance, very useful. This person's a civilian. She wanders down, face pushed downwards into her work. She looks utterly exhausted. Oh, crap, it's the boss. Good. She's like moving back and forth. Okay, let's... Stealth mission.
I step in the bush.
You step into the bush and blend. You know, Ruth, if you say stealth mission, that doesn't make it an effective stealth mission. God, you do? Really? She like wanders out of the bush. Hi, you two. Where are you headed off to? We're training. We're training. Look, she's got her lance, I got my sword. We're gonna see what we can do with these things. Rhoda's like, oh, training. Well, in that case, would you mind terribly if I observed?
It's really dangerous training.
Oh my god, it's so dangerous. Oh, it's fine. If it's dangerous, I want to know what you guys are going through. She moves over and then hops up on one of these crates, and Ruth's like, oh, Willow.
I don't know if we're gonna get to our training.
Yeah. God. I think one of my brother's stupid movies is playing today, too. What was that about a movie? Nothing! She, like, paces back, is like, okay. Well, let's just give her a few practice swings, spar a little bit, and maybe then she'll let us go see that movie about the donkey. Oh, I've heard about the donkey movie. I hear it's heartbreaking. Oh, don't spoil it.
Spoilers?
Don't spoil. Come on. Okay, Willow, let's take some practice swings at each other before she ruins the entire thing.
All right.
Combat tutorial. Here we go. So, let me reset it really quick. Combat in this game is handled relatively simply. At the start of a combat, you functionally perform what is a in most games is a roll for initiative, but in this game there are only 2 types of rolls. If you click on your character, you'll see a bunch of macros in the upper left. Only really concern yourself with the middle of the bar where there is a roll to do and a roll to die. Those are the 2 rolls in the game. There's only 2 of them. You roll to do to act or attack things in the world, and you roll to die to respond when things act on you. In this case, since it's the start of an initiative, you and Ruth should both hit the roll to die button. You're reacting to the start of combat. Willow, in this case, you are locked in and ready to go. You will get the first action here. You're 14 beating her 6 easily. Now, there's a special property of a roll to die. You see all those colored dice? You can actually click any of them to determine how your character approaches the situation. Each is a different attribute, and each has a different bonus associated with it. We've given Willow a temporary red, blue, and yellow because we don't know what colors your stats are going to be. They could be any color of the rainbow. But for now, we're just going with the red, blue, and yellow. So do me a favor and click the red, the blue, or the yellow button there. There you go. Right now you have a blue 6. So, you both get into position and ready yourselves, pulling your weapons out. Ruth puts a little space between the 2 of you and you lower your lance. Now, since you're going first, if you could now click on your character and hit the roll to do button. That is how you perform an attack. Oh. So, you roll a normal d20 and add that blue 6 to it. Ruth has to respond in kind by rolling to die versus it. She only rolls a 6, and your attack immediately and effectively strikes her. Now, if you have a question for how much damage you deal 6 damage, that blue 6. So, equipping a large dice is always a good idea. So, give me some narration. How do you strike Ruth effortlessly with a lance?
So, what Willow does is that, she kind of has a little bit of tells in how she fights. Her lights kind of light up where she's going to strike. And she wanted to actually tell Ruth where she was going to attack to, just make it a little fun. But she accidentally gave her the wrong instructions and said, okay, dodge left with her lights on her left glowing up. And I assume Ruth would probably respond like, oh, okay, I got it. And
left.
Attack left anyway, and I'm like,
you go in and you send her flying through the air with the foam lance, and Verona loudly's like, oh my god, very impressive. You weren't kidding. And Ruth's like, back. She hits the ground. It's like, okay. Those are thumbs up from the ground. Really convincing. Willow. Okay, here comes mine. She scoots up, bounces off the ground from a push-up position, and is going to, on her turn, attack you. So she's going to roll to do, and then you hit the roll to die button. Awesome! So, this is a very fun case of her roll to do and your roll to die are exactly matched. In this case, the roll to die wins. So tell me how you defend against her sword strike.
So what Willow does is that she immediately pole vaults up and over the strike, falling behind Ruth.
How are you so agile with that big thing? Verona is visibly clapping. She loves this. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. This lance ain't even that heavy. Just see what I was holding in the swamp.
Ruth squinting at you, looking at your size versus the lance. So, it's the start of a new act, which means you get another roll to die free for the purposes of selecting a new swing. Swing is that locked in color, basically. So, Ruth is going to lock in one as well. She's going to lock in this. Actually, no, she'll stick with red.
Do I click roll to die again?
Yes, you do. You would hit roll to die again, and you could pick a new dice or keep with the current one if you want.
I'm going to do blue again.
Fantastic. You stay locked into blue, and you prep for the next attack. In this case, your roll is still higher, so you get to act first again.
Alright. This time, I really got it. And Willow is going to make the lights on the both her fronts shine to make her act to jump backwards. And let's see if
Oh my
the
God.
message goes through.
Ruth is gonna eat the hit this time as well. Tell me how you get her.
So Willow's like, okay, I'm gonna throw my lance. All you gotta do is jump backwards. And Willow doesn't know her own strength, so she just chucks a spear at her, basically.
It flies forward, and Ruth's like, okay, just gotta jump back, just gotta jump. Boom! As she flies backwards and rolls, and she gets just hit almost like a baseball and rolls across the ground and picks herself up. She's like, oh, hell of an arm there.
I am so sorry.
Now, in this case, you have dealt a grand total of 12 damage to Ruth. Ruth has 10 HP, which means, in her case, this is a spar, so these wounds aren't going to stick around. She would take a wound. When your health is completely depleted, say from your 10 HP to 0 HP, you hit the wound attribute button on the far right, and this means she takes away one of her 3 dice. Now, when she rolls to die, just as an example, she is only rolling 2 dice. And when you run out of dice entirely, you die. Basically, the next hit kills you. You have 1 HP, you can wander around on that, but you're in critical condition. So these dice are not only the way you play the game, these are also your health bar, basically.
You have 3 health bars.
You have 3 health bars, meaning, like, you can get absolutely dumpstered by 3 hits. Like, crits can get kind of wild in this game, but you can soak through 3 different instances, so it isn't just instant death. She's like, okay then. This time I'm gonna be serious. She locks in an odd stat. Now, there are unique stats throughout the game. In this case, Ruth is locking in what's called a steal stat. Steal has unique properties. Whenever you clash, whenever you roll physically, like with a physical weapon, you would clash with your enemy. Now, what's a clash? Do me a favor and roll to die for me again, Willow. This time, lock in red. Now, if 2 people with the same color attack one another, instead of it being a roll to die versus a roll to do versus a roll to die, Ruth's gonna run up and attack you. Since she is red and you're red, you don't roll to die. You roll to do versus her, and whoever comes out the highest wins the attack. So, give me your in this case,
Escalate.
Escalate, which means all damage from this encounter is doubled. This. So, let's hit roll to do again. Oh, okay. So, Ruth isn't going to hit you very hard, but with all the doubling, this is going to go a certain way. So, you two clash. A clash is a dramatic meeting of attacks. When your colors match, you roll to do versus one another. Had you won, even though Ruth instigated the attack, you would have hit her back. It would have been as if you'd attacked. But since Ruth wins, she is going to basically hit this button called Ignite, lock out her swing, and she loses her color temporarily, and the damage dealt to you is doubled, and then doubled again because you escalated. So she hits you for 8 damage, and she gets you good. You're not wounded yet, but you stumble back, and Ruth like throws her hands up. She's like, I hit Willow, I did it.
I mean, that's no fair. I didn't have my weapon. I threw it.
She totally cheap shotted you. Now, it's the start of a new act, and you roll to die again. Now lock in whatever you want.
And also, you see how she has that one stat that is got the L? That means it's locked out, which means it's temporarily unavailable. The next time you roll to die with it, it unlocks. So now she has her red back.
Yeah, she's basically spent a resource to hit you pretty hard. In your case, you've got the yellow 3. She's like, okay. She preps her steal stat and gets ready for your attack. Tell me what you do.
So Willow is going to run forward, and this time she's not going to be sending her any markers or anything.
Yeah.
She's just going to punch with all of her force. The most obvious punch. Alright, you better block this one. She just runs up and punches.
Oh my freaking god, hold on. Oh my god, okay. Roll. So, this was, again, a clash, because she equipped steel, and you are engaging in physical combat. And she's like, I better what? I'm not gonna block. She goes in for a cross-towner, and her fist is coming towards you. So, your attack technically won the clash. That means you're going to deal normal damage to Ruth. However, you can hit the button called Ignite to double all damage dealt and add like a fighting game super move spin to it.
Yeah, what a clash.
Hit that Ignite button. And tell me how you KO Ruth as she goes for a cross-towner.
So, the lights kind of shine brightly all over Willow's face, that she's just like a lamp. Just a bright, shining beacon. As she dashes forward, kind of the ground kind of burns a little bit as she does a burning punch.
Ruth's like, hey, that looks a little like boom! And she's in boom, 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 KO! She touches down on the ground and is going to wound another dice. And one last thing that you can do whenever you're wounded. Ruth throws up her hands. I give up. I lose. Nope, I can't. Oh my god. Verona's like clapping. Is like, you both did so well back there. That was an impressive punch, Willow. Lance is like, was that? I saw some. She's like studying you intently. She gets like this, particularly when you demonstrate your overwhelming strength. It's fascinating the fire you're able to produce. I'm sure she'd have a field day with this. Thank you for the demonstration in general. She like holds herself back. It's
Thank you. I call it the Starlight Punch.
I love it. She's sparkling. It's like, I hate it, but only because I fear it. She says from the ground. Verona's like, well, that was an excellent spar, and I won't let them know where you're headed to, so if you're going to sneak out, go for it.
Oh shoot, you knew?
Really? You mean it? I mean, yeah, you knew? You better keep your lips zipped, Doc. Ruth makes a zipping gesture. And Verona's like, yes, of course. She sort of smiles at the two of you, walks over and is like, I'm going to go lift Willow's lance and hand it back to her. What the hell?
All right.
Cannot lift it off the ground.
She's like struggling against it. It's like, why don't you just bring it over? Willow, would you mind giving me a hand with this?
Oh, you're having trouble?
Yeah, I mean, it's not...
stuck to some debris or something?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's not... Come on, Doc, it's not that heavy. Ruth, like, reaches down and is like, nope, that's leaning down aggravates my Starlight Punch wounds.
Willow picks it up.
Rhoda's like, I see. She, like, looks over at Ruth, and you were punched with that amount of force. Yeah, you're both kind of amazing now that I'm realizing it. Thanks for finally realizing.
Yeah, we're the stars of this group.
Yep. And at that exact moment, your head begins to sting again as you remember something moving its way free of the area behind. A large hand wrenches its way along the outside of the building as its full form comes into sight. And you feel the headache spread to the back of your vision, almost lights flashing in front of your eyes. Staring at this thing aggravates every instinct in your body, and that glowing, growing pain spreads and spreads until your vision fades entirely. You find yourself lost, almost adrift in the void for a time, and then a voice cuts through.
Oh god, which room am I in? Here we are.
Yep. Down here. You find yourself surrounded on all sides by long lengths of brick. This doesn't appear to be the cement facility anymore or anything like that. This place is strange. The entire air and area feels wrong. There's a click on the other end of the glass. A similar voice, actually. Dr. Verona is immediately chiming in. Willow? Are you awake in there?
Yeah, Doc. I'm up.
Okay, good, excellent. Everything is going to be fine. There's been an accident or an incident. You're going to be okay, but we need your help right now. We're doing our best to help you. I have Riddle here with me. Another voice over the intercom. You significantly more focused, somewhat familiar. Don't worry, you're going to be fine. We've been working hard for this day. We've had a few patients exactly like you. You're going to be fine. And we have our ESP consultant also on the line.
What? Doc, where's Ruth? What's going on?
There's a wince on the other side of the line. Riddle sort of speaks up and leans in. Willow, it's probably... You're asking about Ruth. Tell me, what was the last thing that you remember?
We were sparring. You said I was pretty cool. You said we can go watch the movie.
Yes, I remember that day. That would have been... Willow, I don't want to surprise you. Please brace yourself. That was about a year ago.
A year?
Yeah. 1 year. Something happened, and you've been in critical condition ever since. Right now, we are doing our best to make sure that you're all right, but for the moment, we need you to work with us and trust us. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do it.
Verona's making pained noises from the other side. Riddle sort of like exhales heavily. Okay, so first things first, I want you to observe the state that your body is in.
I kind of look at my hands myself.
Semi-translucent, it appears that your body in real time is burning. Now, don't panic, that fire isn't actually hurting you. That fire is, think of it like your force of will. If it helps, think of it as your soul or the strength of your mind. That fire is literally what's protecting you right now.
You are making the fire. A new voice speaks up. That is a representation of you that is forming around you.
Me? How do I keep this thing burning? I don't want to burn away.
Yeah, that's
currently the issue we're facing.
That's the objective. We're all on the same page here. Right now, the best way to put it is your body, as it was damaged severely. Every person, Willow, has a fire like that inside of them. You possessed a rather unique ability to channel it to the surface just through sheer willpower alone. Frankly, you were incredible. You still are. I think this level of focus is keeping you together to some extent. Riddle leans on the comms again. You can see them clearly on the other side. Now, your body has been damaged to the point that all of the fire has consumed it. Originally, Willow, this is a very specific question, and I apologize if it's atonal. Have you ever played an RPG? A role-playing game, like any sort of a video game like that?
Them video games?
Yeah, one of those. She perks up on the other side.
I used to watch Ruth play some of them.
Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Ruth's slacking off, actually paying off for once. Ruth, like, relaxes, Riddle relaxes back and is like, okay. So, functionally, the human body is comprised of what we could call 4 core elements. They form a big triangle. There's, the exterior points of the triangle are made up of 4 composite elements that make up our world. Everything is made up of them. You are too. This elemental triangle is made up of the 3 elements we call humanity, dreams, and gravity. I know they're very specific and not like earth, wind, or fire, but it's unfortunately what we're made of. She leans forward again.
Am I made of gravity?
Yeah, everybody usually has a little bit of gravity in them.
Yes.
Now, these 3 elements form a triangle, creating a cage around fire. Everyone at their core is fire. Now, looking at yourself, I can say that your triangle, your humanity, your gravity, and your dreams have all been thoroughly destroyed. All that's left is the fire.
The flame ate them up. Now we need to recreate the triangle around your body so that you can have a body again.
How are we gonna do that? Why am I in this room?
It's to make sure that... So the flame is very sensitive, and if it touches the open air, it'll have a reaction.
There's a reason that your flame is always in a cage.
Your flame in particular is incredibly potent. It's not only for your safety, it's for everyone else's safety. So, we are going to let you leave the room. Is that all right? Are you comfortable with that?
Oh, yeah. I need some fresh air.
Okay, cool. So we are going to rebuild the elemental cage, but in this case, we can't do it with humanity, dreams, or gravity. Those have been damaged already. We need to construct a new trinity to sort of contain your fire.
Think of it as that wood has already been burned, you can't put it back in.
Yes. We're going to be supplying new wood to sort of fuel the fire. But you'll be okay. We just need We're going to let you choose what you're made out of.
The fire is most receptive to things of your choosing, because it's made of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I could be like real cool. I could be made of like metal or something.
Yeah.
You can actually. Now, this won't literally make you out of metal. It'll just increase your overall affinity towards
things
metal.
Like that.
Yeah. Metal as a concept. She sort of smiles on the far end. So long as you keep that in mind, we'll let you leave the room. The shielding in this area is pretty intense. Sorry, I should have clarified. You're in an opius containment ward right now. You're safe. You're safe. Everything's fine.
Hold on. If it was that far back, did Opia exist back then?
Oh my god. Willow, you don't know the name Opia.
Oh, okay.
You were just a member of Station 1's EMT. You don't know the names Opia, Flo, or anything of the such. You were just a mercenary hired to sign on.
What the heck's Opia? Not a new company? Y'all working for someone else?
Yeah, she, leans in and Verona looks back, and Verona's, like, tenting her fingers and, like...
I can explain this part if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it.
So, you said you remember, Miss Ruth Galatine, correct?
Yeah, I remember her.
She and you were stationed at Station 1 together, correct?
Yeah, I remember that much.
Most of the people who were stationed at Station 1 came together over the course of the last year to create the organization Opia, It's a hospital where we treat Coden infections.
Yeah. All of our efforts on the front eventually did pay off. Guys stopped squeezing us out, and we got to find a place for ourselves. She's like, you hear like an almost wince over the line on the far end. People like you and Ruth are known as Flow Wave 1. Flow is a special organization actually born from your efforts. So it really all did pan out.
Well, I'm glad me going to sleep wasn't for nothing.
Yeah. Riddle like laughs on the other end. So you guys, do you think it'll be good for us to let her out? Yes, I think it'll be all right.
Do we need really quick, Willow, do you remember, how much do you remember? Do you remember how to interface with your holopad?
The what?
You never had a holopad back then. There was legit, the situation in Station 1 was no money, no resources, no nothing. Holopad is brand ass new.
The what-a-pad?
Okay, so, when you exit this room, a small screen is going to appear in front of you, and that's how I'll be communicating with you. I'm not present I won't be present with you like they are. I'll be communicating, think of it as like a phone call.
Oh, I know about phones.
Yes, there will just be...
That.
Yes, it's just going to be a small hologram that has appeared in front of you that will display like a sine wave that you can see my voice is coming through.
Well, anywhere in Fuse City, all you need to do is say I pull up my holopad. It has all the functions of a tablet, all the functions of a phone, a gacha game hell device. Whatever you want it to be, it can do, anywhere remotely. That's the advantage of the Geist satellite. Also, simultaneously, you can use it to contact any member of Opia, including the ESP consultant. In fact, that's the primary way she's going to be communicating with you.
Wow, a lot happened in a year.
Yeah, we didn't have much money, but now we do, actually. So, Riddle like moves up around the room and presses a button in here as the door slowly opens up. She's like, Willow, I'd hug you right now if it wouldn't cause immense damage for the both of us.
Oh, I was immediately gonna hug you. Thank you for the heads up.
Oh.
Yes, it would be
Riddle
ideal.
gets a look on her face like, hold on, She gets a smile. It's like a sketchy smile, but it's a smile.
Try your best not to touch too many things.
Alright.
Your current form is a flame, and you can burn others with it.
I'll float a little bit off the ground.
You do so. It's actually natural for you. Riddle is like, sorry, you do that, and Riddle's expression gets like this, but more intense, and she's like, that is fascinating. You can just do that by focusing? She's like poking her head back in through the door. Verona's like, Riddle, give her her new elements and give her time to adjust. Yeah, of course, look at her, it's pretty cool, right? Stop viewing this like a science experiment, Riddle. Please move on. Willow, it's so good to see you again.
Yeah, I'd hug you too, dog. I'm sorry, I don't want to burn you.
Don't worry, once we give you your elements and your body reconstitutes, you'll be able to hug everyone.
Oh, let's get on it.
Riddle's walking down the hallway and feverishly taking notes on her own holopad.
I will likely be the one explaining. She's like almost giving you a debriefing, this voice on the other end of the line. I'll probably be the one explaining to you which of these items represent which elements. You're going to be taken into a room with a vast amount of items. Just pick the ones that interest you.
Whatever three draw you the most. We've built up a wide repertoire. Oh, right. Flow. It stands for Frontline Otherworld Weapon. You and Ruth discovered something together. The existence of other worlds or realities. Riddle's like moving down. It turns out that the Coda was connected to so many other places, and as a result, We now have an armory of weapons taken from almost other dimensions. We also have elements from other worlds entirely.
Yes, since you won't be able to reconstitute with yourself with elements from this world, we've collected items that hold elements from other worlds to pull out the elements from those places to reconstitute your body with new ones.
That sounds really complicated, but I'm glad I found this.
Yes, we've done
Thank
a
you.
lot of research since then. Thank you so much.
We've really driven forward the craft. I can give you a debriefing at any point if you'd like. This is Willow. You don't know this person too clearly, but this feels familiar. She's the researcher. The researcher is fluttering in place, having you say, "Wow, that sounds complicated, but thank you." And she's like, "Appreciated." Moving back through the area. So, feel
Just-
free to.
Just for
Point
the
to-
recording's sake, Tiny can't see the name tags on these items.
Yes. However, Roma can. All of these are labeled. Just pick out whatever 3 speak to you the most, and if you need any more elaboration, me and the consultant can do our best.
Also, if you decide you are looking at one and when I describe what it is, you decide you don't like it anymore, you can pick a different one.
Alright. Alright, let's take a look see here.
Which one?
I'm kind of looking at this. What am I looking at here?
I believe that one would constitute you of mazes. It's like labyrinthine and complicated constructions. Things that are vast and labyrinth-like. It could be things from literal labyrinths, large, complicated algorithms, things like that.
It's quite literally complication, the element.
Oh, no thanks. No thanks. Alright, hold on. You know, one of the things I want, I kind of saw it, like, out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, are you talking about the sword?
Yeah!
That element is literally swords.
It's literally just swords.
It's like not even all weaponry, it is swords specifically.
Swords specifically, we found swords as an element. As a fundamental building block of the universe.
Swords.
Swords.
That makes sense. My grandpappy used a sword.
Are you sure if you do this, you'll lock yourself into an affinity with swords? You don't want any other weapon type?
Oh, you know, I am a Lance Scout.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Riddle's beaming at you the entire time.
Now, what is this? I've seen these in offices, you know?
Oh yes,
don't
the
understand.
stapler. Actually, we've actually had to use the stapler before to save someone else who was in a similar situation to you.
That stapler saved lives.
Yes, that stapler has the element of tomorrow in it. It's like a hope. Hope for the future, hope for the next day, knowing the next day will come.
Don't ask why it's a stapler, we don't know either.
No, you know what? I get it. I saw the stapler and I don't know. I feel hopeful.
Riddle leaps down and picks up the stapler. You have obtained one of the hope elements.
Alright. I'm seeing the little dude looking at me. I'm curious. Who is this guy?
That one, that's... well, it's just a stuffed dragon. It represents the idea of divinity and godhood, but in the form of a beast or a creature. Divinity not found within humans or people. Divinity in the form of something else.
It's like high affinity for monsters, creatures, just
Gods,
non-human entities.
Yeah, non-humanity.
I don't know if I kind of want to get this. I mean, I live in the swamp. We kill monsters.
It doesn't necessarily mean monsters either. If you ever had pets or trusted companions, this also counts as them. Honestly, it's representative of sort of mankind's guardians that are not people.
We've called this element divinity as beast.
Riddle's nodding. She's gleaming. She loves this one.
I'll keep this one in mind. I'll take a look at some other stuff.
She nods.
Alright.
Let's see here. What's this tree doing?
Oh, that one's literally nature. It's
Yes.
just nature fauna,
Straight
flora.
up nature.
Okay, I'll keep this one. I'll also keep this one in mind.
I'm marking the ones that you're like, oh, maybe that. There you go.
It's a stapler immediately.
Listen, I love this stapler so much. I'm so glad you have this stapler.
Oh, is that wheel? Tell me that's the element of wheel.
No, that's the element of punishment.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a messed up one. That's like a weird torture device. It's bad.
oh, okay. No, I don't think I'm down for torturing people.
Yeah, thank you. We had to put it in here for the sake of completion, but yeah.
It would also be a thing. How do I describe this? It would mean that if something bad happened or you were punished, you would gain from it rather than lose.
Nah.
These. Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't even notice this one down here. This little scaly thing. You put
That
stuff
is
in one side, and then it lifts up on the other.
that is balance, but not like balance like a normal sense. Balance in like a cosmic sense, like the equaling of fate and destiny, like cosmic balance.
It's one of the more intense ones, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't know about too much balance. Some days I just want to eat, like 50 chicken wings. I don't want no grain. I don't want no.
Yeah,
bacon.
if you were to eat 50 chicken wings, this element would cosmically balance out whatever luck or grandeur that was going to equal. So
Riddle's just listening to you talk and is vibing, and it's like, this is great.
Oh wait, is that a clock?
Mhm.
I didn't even see this one.
that one represents cycles, things happening repetitively, like the cycle on a clock. I personally wouldn't recommend this one, but it could have a lot of good uses for you, actually.
You know,
I'm personally not a fan of this one, but it is useful.
you know what? I'll pencil this one in. I'm gonna think about this one. I got
Yeah,
a
I
bunch of
put
stuff in my head, and it's just going over and over, and I don't know. It speaks out to me a little bit.
It's something that if you find yourself doing things repetitively, it will help you more if you do those sorts of things.
like, it helps with regimens, it helps being regular, it helps establish time, sometimes, and then the downside of it is, of course, it's like, well, cycles are bad or good. Sometimes they're really bad.
Sometimes they're really good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think I woke up at the same time any day.
Riddle beaming again.
Is this gun loaded?
Maybe.
I believe the safety is on. I don't remember who pulled that one out of the box.
Oh no, that was Satyr and Circuit. Anything
Oh,
goes.
it is probably loaded. That one represents ego, the sense of self, things like that.
Powerful sense of self in that gun for some reason.
I can see it. The gun knows what it is. It's a gun. It's even loaded.
Riddle suddenly starts like sweating visibly.
All right. I gotta look at something here. I didn't even look at anything here.
These are my
eeny,
favorite.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Actually, choose your favorite one from here. What?
Oh god, no, these are all my favorite. Oh god, you're gonna make me pick out of these three? Oh my god.
Choose the right one.
Huh? Choose. Okay, let me ask you. I'm gonna propose you a question, and I'll tell you which one I think you would like the most based on your answer. If you had to live in a world where you could either work really hard for what you want, or you could gather it through working with others, or you could gather it through working through your own creative outlets, which of those three which of those three paths would you take?
If you asked me like 5 years ago, I would have said working for myself, but working with Ruth and all the others, I'd like to work with everyone.
Then the one in the middle, the ribbon. It represents promises.
Oh,
Glimmer, glimmer, glimmer.
you gotta take that one then.
Oh! Riddle's like, okay, the ribbon and the stapler. She turns around and is like, we are going to constitute you a very pretty body. Not that, like, you weren't before, also. Just, the components are really... I'm tripping over my words.
You're picking out very pretty components.
That's because I'm a very pretty person.
You are!
I'm gonna take ego.
You're gonna take ego? Alright.
No,
Or was that a joke?
no, I was joking. What's that pile of scrap there?
That one's one of the harder to explain ones. We're calling it rust and growth. It's representative of the growth and what you can benefit from by the decay, if that makes sense. Like,
Oh,
if you're from the swamp, you said, right?
yeah.
You know when things decay, things grow on them?
Oh, you're talking about like the natural cycle of like things going away and other things taking its place.
Kind of. It's more like specifically the part of the cycle that represents things coming of loss, maybe? Maybe?
Exactly.
This is a little hard to explain.
It's like when things decay and something new grows from it, but it's like points. It's also metal, showing that
Metal, yeah.
all things decay, even machinery. It's like from death, life.
Yes. It is
Wow.
rust and growth, which has some implications, you know?
That's kind of deep.
Riddle gleaming again.
Oh yeah, there's this paper here. What's this paper all about?
That's the element that pertains to legends and things of legend. Legendary tales and beings and places and items. It's just legends, is what we call it.
Larger than life.
I mean, if I was a legend, then... Wait, am I a legend? People talk about me?
Riddle, like, beams and leans in, and she's like, oh, I've actually got really good news for you on that front. Right now, you as a member of Flow Wave 1 are considered national heroes.
I'm national?
You're... She's, like, nodding repeatedly.
Am I more famous than that one ace guy? Ace guy?
No.
Waving hand.
No.
Don't worry, though. We'll get you there.
I'll pencil in legend.
Legend. Okay.
No,
Do you want
I
to?
think
You want to
she's-
take
she's
the element,
noting-
or
I think she's
okay,
noting
noting
it.
it.
You can look
Riddle-
around some more.
Riddle moves over and is just like, "Oh my god, you need to be more famous than a skeleton. We got a goal."
Alright. Is this an umbrella?
It is. It's the element. Weirdly, it's an umbrella, right? But the element that we can pull out of it is sunshine, even though it's what you generally go under to hide from the sun.
That's oddly sweet. You know what? I'm also penciling that one in.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Before I move up, there's a book here. Is this here by accident?
No, the book. We can pull an element from it. The element is the word closest to it is philosophy.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
You're like, "Ah, all right," and Riddle sees you walking over, and then the second you're like, "Ah, all right, move on." She lights up again, like, "Oh, thank God."
Is this bones?
No, it's like a. Oh, what's the word for it? You
It's
hold it up.
sextant.
Yeah, sextant. You hold it up to the sky to see.
Wait, can you say that word again?
Sextant. Riddle says it repeatedly. It's like, I miss this.
It's an item that you hold to the sky so that you can chart the date and the date and the time based on the stars. This is representative of the element of discovery.
Oh.
Finding things.
That's pretty cool. That's what you do, don't you, Riddle?
Yeah, to some extent. She's like
Oh my god,
immediately bashful up to
you're
the side.
you're flattering her so much.
Riddle's like, this is. I'm having a really good day today.
Also, I think it's more what we here at Opia as a whole do.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll be doing it too, so if you want to get the element, you can join in on the discovery as well.
You'll get benefits from doing things that are discovery-based.
You will get benefits.
You will certainly get benefits.
Why does that sound ominous?
It's not.
It's just me.
Not,
I'm joking. It's
not ominous.
I'm joking. It's just we've made a lot of discoveries while you've been asleep, and we're on chart to keep doing so. So if you were to, honestly, actually, I'll ask you a genuine question. Are you a discovery type, the type of person who does research and makes big breakthroughs?
I mean, I can find things, but writing them down, I don't know.
Well, you don't have to be good academically to be able to discover something.
I mean, I can write a mean book. I've never done it, but I could.
Oh.
I find myself like more the, jumping the scary hole in the ground and fight some, impossibly scary monsters.
Okay. I think this one would be good, but I think you would benefit from some of the other ones more. Maybe. It depends.
Especially from the jump in the hole and fight the scary monster thing.
Right, I'll put this one for later.
If you're that kind of person, you might actually want to go over to the next one and look at the knife.
Oh, what's this knife?
Survival.
Oh.
It'll make you tough as nails. Not that you really need that.
You might not need it, but it would mean you would benefit from already being that way.
Survival. Because I'm a survivor.
You are.
You are.
Even if I'm just some fire.
No, this is representative of the fact that you survived.
Like harder than anyone else.
Harder than anyone else, yes. Normally when these things happen, you don't.
Yeah, no, you are literally a 1 in a million.
When you put it that way, then I guess I'm taking it.
Yes! Oh my god, tomorrow promises and survival, of course. The Willow elements. Okay, well, in this case, I'll gather them all up. Last chance. Any change of mind?
Any change of mind?
Nah. When I make my mind, I make my mind.
That makes sense.
Unless I change it.
Yeah, you sure you don't want the big scary torture device or anything like that?
Oh, no, I'm definitely good.
She smiles at you and chuckles lightly. Okay, so we're gonna have to put you in the uncomfortable room again. I'm really sorry about that, but
what?
Yeah,
we're going to have to begin the process of placing these elements into your cage, and your body's going to start reconstituting yourself. You might fall asleep for a while, but it'll be alright. Well, I'll be here monitoring you.
Yep, and don't worry, we'll move you over to a bed when
once your body manifests, we'll put you in a bed, and then you'll probably wake up. It's just, you're gonna be asleep while your body reconstitutes itself, so you don't have to go through the phases of like, oh, I'm only a nervous system, and I can only feel pain.
Riddle's like, yeah, that's horrifying. We're definitely putting you to sleep. Don't worry about it, though. Also, when you wake up, we have a present for you.
We do. Oh, we saw it the other day. It's really cool.
It's really cool. I think they've got it ready for you by this point. Don't worry, we're putting a lot of our Opia funding to use. Oh, right. Sorry. She, squidges by and hits the button. Brrr. Good luck in there, Willow. She doesn't need luck. She's a survivor.
I'm gonna sleep so hard.
She's gonna sleep so hard.
Do you want me to put on, a song for you while you go to sleep?
Yes, please. Can you play, those nature noises?
I can do some white noise for you.
You do that, I'm gonna fall asleep too.
Well,
counter.
You don't. I'm putting the nature noises on. You hear some clicking on some other ends of the...
Okay, well, have a nice rest, Willow. When you're back with us, you'll really be back with us.
Alright. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but I hope I wake up.
You will.
Us too. You will. Oh. And your vision fades again. The light's growing ever less distinct. By the way, I'm literally in love with this so far. But anyway, the light's growing ever less distinct, and the colors blurring in front of your eyes. You feel yourself moving backwards again to a different time. This one, again, a year ago. Hold on, let me grab some people.
I love this also because, for clarifying, I think it's really funny because we're like, yeah, here are some elements, you know, the world is made up of these 3 elements, and here are some elements from another world. Yeah, you know, the world that was made up of punishment.
No, don't worry about it. It's fun.
World made from a gym who hate their players.
You're right, though. You, oh boy. Your eyes sort of snap open as you resume mid-conversation, a memory from a year ago, as you sit around the table in Station 1, and Ruth's like, so, yeah, and that's when she got me good. A haymaker from the side literally knocked me on my ass. I flew through the air. The one over here cooking you dinner's like, that doesn't seem physically possible. When has physically possible and Willow ever intersected at the same time? Fair enough. She moves back and forth and slides you. Oh no, I realized something.
Yeah? You're having this one cook?
Yes, I am. I am having this one cook. Time for her to... She's like... See, Ruth's like... I don't think she's gonna kill us. Like, how can you mess up opening containers of spam? I used the can opener this time. She places it on the table between the two of you. Nice. Spam again, my favorite.
I mean, if you eat 2 spam, you'll grow as strong as me.
Oh. Hit me up with another spam then. Okay.
God, y'all aren't even fucking, like, pan frying that shit? Jesus.
You're asking this person.
I know.
Brings over another one and was like, oh boy, my favorite. 2 spam. There's silence. Oh, you go.
Do you want to see if we can cook some of this when she leaves?
Yeah, the second she leaves away. From down the way, someone moves in, dragging another bag, moves into the room, stares at the two of you for a second. It's like, it's the director again. Moves past, silently. And then, almost like, for one of the first times, he stops and looks at the pair of you, says, you both have found... What were they called again? He turns and looks at the person with the spam. Reflections. We've been calling them reflections. He drags the bag over and looks at the pair of you. That's right. You both have reflections, right? Something clicks in the back of your head. Willow... There is a surge of pain through your arm as you remember picking up an item. You remember it forming in front of you, a blast of blistering light. And you remember that weapon manifesting. In that moment, when you were cornered you managed to bring to light something that up to this point had not existed in this world. A weapon forged of starlight and legend. It sprung to life at your side. You and Ruth manifested a power that none had ever seen. Ever since then, there has been a shift, a change, and Station 1 has grown busier and busier. With the help of the researcher at Station 1, you've determined that the nature of this power is something otherworldly. I'm fascinated to see what powers you two have awoken. It's no big deal. Mine's just like a big sword. And Willow's is, there's another surge of pain through your head. The dream disrupts. What was it again? Very fascinating. He, leans in a little bit. Well, I have high hopes for the two of you, especially considering the danger in the times to come. Riddle turns around and shifts, the form flaring into view for a split second before cutting out again. That's Director, that's enough. They're tired, they just got back, let them eat their spam, okay? Of course. Well, if you have any questions or want any other reflections, potentially, I've been dragging them out by the bagful. What? She turns around. Yes, I've been keeping myself rather busy. You two, hang out here.
Alright.
Jeez, you discover the world's first super weapon and suddenly everybody starts acting different.
Yeah, I mean... He brought out a whole bag.
Brought back a whole bag. I mean, it won't matter if they don't, do whatever they did for us. We're, attuned or something. We're chosen. We're real rising stars.
Yeah, legendary stars now.
Legendary stars. She's like, let's, oh, she's gone. Let's cook this. Legends gotta eat, right?
Legendary food.
Legendary food. Both of you give me a roll to do to cook immediately. Hit that roll to do button. Yes!
Willow is a god at cooking.
Of course I can cook.
Ruth immediately sets hers on fire. Willow cooks the most brilliant. Willow, just in general, from here on out, I'm going to give you a rather unique mechanic to this game's sentiment is your abilities and capabilities are always reminiscent of your journey up to this point. For this instance, and I will give it to you as a gift on your character sheet, I'm going to give you the chef gift. You get a 1d6 bonus on all cooking attempts from here on out. You are a good cook. There is not a question about it.
Oh, that's
effectively
amazing.
just means that whenever you roll to cook, you get an extra d6 added on.
Just on top of it.
Oh.
The smell and the sensation of spam washes over your nostrils. And you, your eyes slowly peek open. Oh, no longer in a dream. You sort of you're lying in a bed. You're lying in a bed. You eyes open. You're like, huh? You're awake. You're alive. You're awake. You're alive. You're not on fire.
Willow pats herself down like crazy.
You pat yourself down like crazy, and you look immediately to your left, and you hear a not so quiet, almost snoring that sounds like she sounds like a motorboat. It's just an even pace, and you're like, oh, I guess she passed out at some point. And then you notice sitting at the end of the bed, someone watching you. She stares at you, blinking a few times. Oops, I didn't mean to hit random. And you pat yourself down with some amount of force, and she flips up her hood. as if suddenly concerned or worried.
Who are you?
Hi, welcome to Awake.
So, what?
Yeah,
Can you speak up?
I'm gonna go. Boom. She disappears into nothingness, and something phases through the door.
I knew she wouldn't have it in her.
Who are you people?
Hi, my name is Circuit, and I'm one of the... How many of us are there now? There's 6 of us now. 6 Opia AI. You can see she does like a little twirl. I'm a hologram. I'm here to wake up Riddle because she told my wonderful, beautiful, amazing little sister, you asked her name, her name was Mike, to wake her up when you woke up, but she got scared and ran away, and I was waiting outside just to see if she could do it, and she couldn't, so I'm here to wake Riddle up. Good morning!
Oh, good morning.
Riddle. 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 Riddle.
What?
Riddle.
What?
Your friend's awake. Riddle. Your friend's awake.
Your friend's awake.
Your friend's awake.
Good morning.
Good morning. Do you want some coffee? I can ask... Oh, no, he's not here right now. Verona's in the other room. I can ask her.
I've got it. I'm gonna go make some coffee.
Riddle,
Okay.
I'm right here.
No.
She stubs her toe on the machine on the way out. Exits the room.
She hasn't slept in 2 days. So she's like really asleep. Hi, good morning. Are you hungry? We have some food in the break room. Do you want to come get some? What's your name?
I'm Willow. Willow Wisp.
Nice to meet you, Willow. I'm Circuit. I don't have a last name because I'm an AI.
Oh, nice to meet you, Circuit AI.
Thank you. Well, Riddle was supposed to see you when she woke up, but she's having one of those mornings, she says, making a face at you. Alright, I can guide you over to Verona. She'll have more answers.
Oh, Verona, okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's just in the other room, don't worry.
Willow rolls off the bed, but this time it's not a bunk bed.
Oh. You roll off the bed and touch the ground, and you're like, oh my god! The ground's so...
Yeah, it's so soft. It's a nice plush carpet with another carpet underneath it.
I don't know why I expected to just hit my head on a bunch of stuff for some reason.
Oh, don't worry. If you did, we'd be able to treat you. We're in a hospital after all.
Oh, this is a hospital.
Yeah, Opia is a hospital. Right. Yes, they said you didn't remember Opia. Opia is a hospital. You work here, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think you live here. I think they have a room.
Wait, that's my room?
No, that's not your room. That's the guest room. No, there's like a big dorms and you live in there, I'm pretty sure. Only Riddle lives there right now. No, and Twice. And Lug. And... No, Ascalon doesn't live there. So yeah, it's just you and Riddle and Twice and Lug.
Oh.
Yeah, here's the break room, she says, gesturing.
You come around the corner, you see Riddle with a cup or a mug underneath the water faucet, and she is just pouring water into the mug and staring at it and watching it overflow.
Just leave her alone. Are you hungry? There's some oranges and some chips over there. I think there's some cup ramen.
Oh, I definitely need some cup ramen.
Yeah. There's an instant water kettle also, if you need it. She's just gonna be like this. Just you'll get used to it.
Do I just reach over?
Hey, Riddle. Riddle, you're spilling water everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And Willow's hungry. She wants to make some food.
Of course.
Here.
And then she turns around and you go, and Willow's hungry and she wants to make some food. And Riddle's face goes. And she throws her arms around you and she's like, oh, it's been so long, oh my god.
Willow picks her up and like spins her around.
It is so effortless. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Riddle is like ecstatic. This is like, she is positively beaming. She's like, I thought it was all a dream. I thought it was a dream that you were back. I was dreaming, and then I was over here, and oh my god, let me turn the water off. She tries to kick the water off with one of her legs while you're still holding her. She does! And you hear a loud thunk as the door slides open, and Verona's like, What's going on in here?
Doctor! Doctor, they're awake!
I noticed. How did you put yourselves into that position?
They're
Riddle, who's
hugging! They're hugging!
Yeah, it's a... Willow lets go of Riddle and drops her.
Riddle slides along the ground like you dropped a poster, and she contours to every surface as Verona moves forward and immediately hugs you again. It's so good to see you again. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually doing this in the flesh.
I'm real.
Oh my god.
Around.
Verona dude's like, immediately like, vroom, vroom, vroom. You place her down and Verona also slides across the floor like a liquid.
Wow, you're really good at giving hugs. When Satyr comes home, can you give him one of those?
Oh yeah, sure, I'll give him a hug. Just call him out.
He's not here right now, but when he comes back.
Oh my god. So we have a few things to show you.
No, she's hungry. She wanted to eat cup ramen, but Riddle was standing in front of the drawer.
I'm sorry. I know how I am. I'm sorry. She hops over the counter. Verona's like, don't worry. I can cook you up some cup ramen if you want. You're probably tired. The cooking instincts, they still burn brightly inside of you, however.
I know everything I need to do. Hold on.
Give me a roll to do. And you can, in this case, hit the button that says roll to do complex, which is roll to do C. Roll to do /C next to roll to do, and that'll let you add other things like additional modifiers. So you hit roll to do C, it'll ask you, hey, choose your attribute. All of your attributes right now aren't assigned to anything. In the future, your red might mean strength or something like that. But for now, pick red, blue, or yellow. Doesn't matter too much. And then choose amount of D6, do 1, and then bonus 0, and then hit the go button.
All right.
Bam! You easily clear the cup ramen test. You rolled, yeah, nice. Okay.
You rolled a 16, nice.
Yeah, you immediately, your eyes flare and you're back to it in an instant. Literally been out of the game for a full year, and the first thing you do is cook yourself up successful noodles. Riddle's like, wish I could do that. It's not that hard, Riddle.
It's really not hard, Riddle.
I think you're underscoring and undercutting her grand success, and I don't appreciate that. Let's all just cheer and clap for her for accomplishing something great.
You did a great job.
Thank you. I think I'm just a morning person.
Riddle wheezing. God, I wish that were me.
This hologram woman feigns sitting next to you.
Oh, sorry.
She definitely, when she sits next to you, a little bit of her shoulder phases into your shoulder. She definitely doesn't need to be pretending to sit down, but she is.
Is she slightly transparent?
Yes. You can, literally put your hand through her. She's a hologram.
So, well, welcome to Opia. Let's get you caught up on what happened while you were asleep. So, immediately speaking, our organization, since you wound up in that state, has received a great deal of funding. You remember how destitute things were? In Station 1, we had no money. We were eating Spam every day.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yes, that changed, actually, when, with your assistance along with Ruth's, we actually managed to save a person of interest, let's say. Basically, at the time, none of us were part of a single organization. You were functionally this arm, Fallen Arm's, you were functionally an EMT with Fallen Arm, and I was just another surgeon. But I was doing my best to study on the front lines alongside you guys. You were encountering those Coden demons, which were producing a wide variety of different fascinating wounds. A person of interest was grievously wounded, and using the research that Riddle provided me, as well as being purveyed to me in a state of relative completeness, we were able to save their life. And thanks to that, we suddenly received a generous amount of funding. You probably don't remember it, but in the intervening time, with that money, I hired back everyone involved in Station 1. And Fallen Arm, the hospital I used to work for, is now Opia. We own the building.
Oh shoot, nice.
So this is, as much as Station 1 was, your building. This is the place we built together through all of our hard work and effort. There are a few caveats, however, that I have to discuss. The remainder of Wave 1. As it stands.
Do you want me to tell this part? Do you want me to say this part?
It's alright, I'm used to it at this point. She, leans in, and then puts her hands on the table and sort of, reaches towards yours. Wave 1, as we understand it, it wasn't immediately that we got this boost of funding and security. It was long fought, took a lot of effort, and it took a lot out of us, personnel-wise. As it stands, Ruth Galatine is missing in action. We haven't seen her in the last year or so. She gets a sort of difficult look on her face. We thought we lost you too, but here you are, still back with us. You and Riddle are the only real remnants of Station 1. The director is still with us as well, but he performed a very different function.
The director is the director.
Yes, he certainly is. Willow, I'm sorry. I'm sure that's quite the shock to hear. That I know the last thing you remember, there were probably people in Station 1, but our personnel ran out before the funding arrived.
Everyone? Except...
There are very few confirmed KIA, but most people are missing.
Most people are missing and we don't know where they are?
Most notably, looks over to Riddle. Riddle was with Ruth on the mission that she disappeared on. Riddle came back all right, but suffering a large degree of burn that makes her memories unreliable at best. Riddle sort of sags. I'm sorry, I was there with her on that day, but unfortunately I have a condition that makes encountering certain things really painful for me. So I can't provide any hints beyond that. She leans forward and then looks you dead in the eyes. But I've made it my mission ever since to find out what happened to her and what's happening with Dakota. It might be a lot to ask, especially from someone who just woke up, but again, could you lend me your strength?
You see Willow kind of wipe her eyes.
Oh.
You know you have my strength.
Riddle's expression. For a second, you see her face she's trying to force a smile very hard, and then it splits into an actual smile a split second later, and Riddle's good. In that case, you'll be happy to know that the old position that you filled, has been altered. It's now a hero's duty. She smiles. You remember the reflections that you and Ruth found?
Yeah, I remember we found some reflections.
Those are your cool super weapons.
Yeah.
Those are now the basis for our front line against the invading Coden demons. Quite literally, we are building all of our defensive technology on the groundwork that you laid. So, there's one slight complication. Riddle, yeah? When you scanned Willow, you didn't find any signs of a reflection, correct? No, none, unfortunately. It would be physically impossible for me to tell to begin with. judging by the fact that it was anchored to her original 3 elements, which went away, and now she has new elements, and like turns around and looks at you. There is a high probability that you still possess the old reflection you used to have, but we're going to get you a new one as well. It's the least we could do.
Since then, we don't know if you're going to be able to use that one anymore. You need to be able to defend yourself, right?
I bet I still got it in me. I'm gonna get 2 legendary weapons.
I think you still do. For now, I want to do me a favor, keep it a secret that you have an additional one. I don't want anyone else getting the idea that it's something that they could do too. Most people, if they grab a second reflection, will
die
instantly.
Also,
I'm so glad my plan didn't work out where I was gonna grab some more.
Also, you can't, like, even if you have multiple, you can't use them at the same time. You can only use one at a time.
Yes.
Or you'll die.
We believe you still have a second one somewhere, but for now, it is definitely in everyone's best interests to keep that fact private. It's funny. I'll actually get you up to speed. Currently, Flow Wave 1 is comprised of volunteers and members of the ambulance corps who traveled back and Fallen Arm in Station 1. I don't know if you ever met him, but Luke is now an official member of Flow Wave 1 alongside yourself. The name Luke doesn't ring a bell. You never met every ambulance driver. We have others. She, looks away. The most recent wave that's approaching is called Flow Wave 2. They have been trained specifically for the usage of reflections, and they've functionally gone through some high-tier training that was originally going to be used in the space program.
Yeah, before it got shut down. Also, she leans over to Willow and goes, "Be careful how loud you say the S word around here."
Alright, don't mention space, got it.
Yeah, don't.
Sorry.
You mentioned space for a second.
My sister really likes... Oh god, here she comes.
You just feel a presence. As from the VR room, eyes emerge from the wall, and you make eye contact with that, and you're like, don't say the space word. Yeah, I won't say space, and her expression shifts the smallest amount. And then she disappears back through the wall. What's the matter? It looks like you saw something. Did you see a ghost?
Her cursor is watching.
We got a ghost?
No, that's my little sister.
Oh, you got a lot of family working here.
Oh yeah, all of the AIs work here. We were made here. We were born here.
Oh, that makes sense. A whole family born here. The AI family.
Yeah. Oh. Verona lights up. It's like, so for now, we're going to. Flow Wave 2 is currently in training. Their members are Ascalatine, Argos, but it's spelled with a 0. We're getting a participant from Geist too. She's like, I can run you through all their dossiers in the future.
Aura's in there too. Wait, you don't know Aura. There's this guy named Aura Pridewind. He's like our friend.
He's our friend. I'm going to be participating as well in Flow Wave 2. So, we're not going to rush you into anything, and obviously you can take your time, but if you want to join the fight again, we'd love to have you. I'd love to have a friendly face on my side.
You kidding me? I get to fight again? And I get to show the rookies how cool I am?
You do. Her face lights up, and Verona's like, please do. These are... Oh my god, they're so willful. What was it, that...
They got big egos.
They got big egos. I think someone like you who also has a big ego, but also isn't a jerk about it, would be really nice. Riddle leans forward, is like, yeah, some things have happened. Tell her about the Ascalatine incident. Riddle winces, is like, so Ascalatine, movie star, that guy.
Oh wait, you mean Ascalatine? I thought you were joking.
Nah, like the actor. Yeah, he's got a huge ego.
Ruth's brother, he's currently the top pupil for our organization, and he I've been trying to get in touch with him for weeks, and he just literally runs away from me.
Literally ignoring the doctor who's trying to check on his health. What a jerk.
He jumped out of a train to escape me once. Yeah.
Just point him in. Just point me in his direction. I'll bring him here.
Right now he's in the desert training.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take you up on that. Riddle's pupils focus in, and she's like, "No, absolutely." Oh, you know what? Hold on. I wanna test something really quick. It's just a second. Just want to be sure of something. Come with me.
Oh. All right. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, you can just move through me.
Wait. Oh yeah, yeah, ghost and all that.
I'm an AI. I'm a hologram, not a ghost. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'll have a Oh, you want to know something really cool?
Oh, what?
You see, I'm going to be getting a reflection soon.
What? You can get one?
Well, we've discovered the technology.
Normally, okay, normally this is the part where I'm like, careful disclosing Opia's secrets, but it's Willow. You're allowed. Willow's
She's a part of Flow!
Yeah, she's a part of Flow, but she's an old friend. You feel free. Speak
Okay.
at your leisure.
So, we figured out the technology. We're gonna get bodies, but they're not like robot bodies or anything like a human body. We're gonna be put in these little tiny capsules. And then, we can adhere reflections to those. And my reflection that I picked out, I already picked it out, I just don't have a body to put it on. I'm working on it. But my reflection is gonna give me a real flesh body.
What?
Yeah, it's like a cool mask that I'm gonna put on.
I mean, I can't wait to slug around, fight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a member of Flow. I'm working with this guy named Satyr. He's my friend and the most important person in the whole world. And I live in his arm. He has a robot arm.
Huh. So the house is in his arm? Is it comfy? Is there enough space?
Yeah, well, you see, I put the what's gonna happen, right now I'm just like a program in his arm, but I'm gonna put the capsule in his arm, and then his arm will literally be my entire body. But it will also be his arm, and then my flesh bodies are going to come out of his body.
It's a little horrifying. I'll be honest, it's a little scary.
And also, you know what's really cool? I'm gonna go from having no bodies to having, the ability to have, 6.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, you'll see it.
It'll sound really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see what your new reflection is. We were in the hall the other day. They're pretty neat. Oh my god, you guys were talking about, what kind of things do you like? I can give you some tips. There's some cool ones that I was looking at. There's this one. Oh my god, it's a bow. I was really thinking about this one. I didn't pick it though. There's oh.
Come on.
It's a bow that if you shoot it, you can teleport.
What?
Yeah, it's really cool. She's kind of whispering at you.
There's someone in the corner.
Willow waves.
You just wave at her, and do you not make any noise otherwise?
No.
She makes this face and then waves back. Riddle's punching away on the keypad, and it's like, okay, I need to test something specifically with your new body. Okay, let's see. She hits the button and the VR chamber changes, and immediately in front of you is you see what is functionally a gigantic dumbbell, oversized, comically big, and Riddle's like, do me a favor and just give that a lift.
Oh, this dumbbell? Why's so big?
You reach down and you brace it, and Willow, I'm gonna need you to roll me to die.
Oh, okay.
And then give me a roll to do afterwards, and you can unlock that yellow now.
You can also lock in a color.
Oh, yeah, you can lock in a color. So, and then hit me, roll to do. And you start to lift, and Riddle's immediately like, but you passed the DC 10. Riddle's just like, right, okay, that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Okay. She moves over and just like pats you on the back. Is like, so part of the flow training is like physical fitness and stuff, and they are not ready for you. She pats you again. It's like,
You're gonna show those rookies what for.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss them around. Show what we did in wave 1.
These two are beaming over in the corner. She seems happy. You, oh, right, you're present. She, like, pokes out the door, especially seeing how physically capable you are. Circuit, you coming with?
Sure, I'm allowed to come?
Of course.
Okay, beam me into your pad, boss.
Okay,
You're talking about the hollow pad, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, you can contact the AI through it if you get the app.
Oh. Yeah, it's like oh my god, I forgot something important. Hold on. Go back in the VR room really quick.
All right.
I need to grab you something. Riddle throws open this door and disappears.
Don't worry. It'll be fine.
She's
I wonder what she's getting.
She trundle opens the door. She comes back with what appears to be a full suit of armor. She's like, okay, so this is for you, custom tailored. The consultant you were talking to earlier is actually extremely talented at visual design, and I handled the shape and the amniotics, as well as a lot of the circuitry, and, well, not the circuitry. Name's Circuit. she slides you the suit of armor and awkwardly
Yeah,
backs up.
effectively, it's the flow the ESP consultant. She made a bunch of uniforms for all the flow members, and they have this LS in them. You don't know about the LS, right? You don't know about the LS?
So, do you ever experience disruptions of memories, strange dreams, or headaches?
Yeah, I get those all the time.
Okay, so that is a symptom of damage to the self from Coden demons as well as interactions with them. It's honestly proof of your experience as a hunter of these things that you're experiencing this to some extent. She's like, if you put that armor on and you sign a waiver, I'm able to functionally monitor if there's any burn happening.
Burn is what happens when those things happen to you. Whenever you get like touched by something that your body or your fire or your brain doesn't like, the LS will beep and let us know, and we can help you out.
It'll beep and tell us what level of danger you're in, as well as what you can do about it. For example, we're gonna have to make you a very specific regimen of like pills, basically. If your brain gets a little too hurt, we just put you on a specific course of pills, and then afterwards you feel better.
You feel better.
And what the LS does is just gives me a readout of whether or not you're taking mental damage, I guess?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm fine mentally.
Yeah, but like when you mess with the demons, you won't be. Like that's how they get you. You know? She says, wiggling her fingers.
Yeah, that is indeed how they get you. If your burn level gets too high, demonic possession is a possibility. Right. Oh my god.
Huh.
You probably don't remember that. After your days, demons started possessing people. It got kind of bad.
Yeah, stuff's really weird. People get possessed. People have to get artificial eyes if they get infected.
Yeah, it's rough.
This just helps us make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Plus, we made the armor to sort of fit your. There's wing holes in it.
Oh, thank you.
She's like, I can leave you in here if you want to change, or you could go change in the other room.
Oh, okay. She was like already about to.
Yeah! Riddle's like, I know this person. Circuit Mike.
Yeah?
Give her a little bit of privacy.
Oh, okay. Circuit's gonna blip over here.
Mike is looking so intently at at the armor and is like very interested, and then like she's like, oh, give him a bit of privacy, and she's like suddenly like door clicks. the armor that you're sort of holding in your hands is heavy ceramic. It's like plastics, but like you wrap your knuckles on it, and there's this resonance. It's tough, but it's very light. I say this because it's from your perspective, not from anyone else's perspective. Riddle was struggling with the bag to get it in here.
Wow, this looks nice. And it's breathable for my wings.
And there's light up LEDs on every side.
And you can decide what color they are.
You get to decide what color your LEDs are on your thing. You get to
on your
choose
character
one.
design. On your character
Yep.
design, they're yellow and green.
Perfect. Exactly how they should have been. Alright, you can come in. Or should I come out?
No, all good. They all come back in. Oh wow, okay, yeah, really good fit. Good fashion advice as always. She's like smiling.
Riddle wanted them to be like almost like mech suits. The ESP consultant was pretty against it.
I lack listen, I wouldn't say I lack a design expertise. It's just I like a very specific loadout or layout, and that loadout is heavy. It's heavy. I like that heavy stuff.
The ESP consultant thought they looked a little too scary for civilians to be seeing, because you guys are going to be helping out all the civilians.
Yeah.
So I want to scare them with scary looking armor.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Now that we've got your armor, next up, she takes your hand and like leads you outside. Verona, do you want to come with? Come with where? We're gonna go pick up the you-know-what in the Undercity. Really? Immediately? I swear, you're like... It's like it's Christmas, and you're eager to give her a present. I mean, yeah, a little bit. Come on, Circuit, we wanna make sure Willow's like feeling nice and welcomed, right? And we want to flex our money.
Is this the present that the
step-parents?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
My step-parents made these.
Oh.
Yep, just for you.
I'm real excited to see what this present is.
Immediately. It's been 5 seconds and you guys are already sneaking out.
Hey, think about it like this, right? Right, Doctor? It's like she just woke up, she needs to reacclimate to the outside air, needs to go on like a little walk. We can test her stamina while we're doing this, see how her body is adapting to the world.
Doc, it's training.
It's
training!
She's like, fine. Have fun. She throws up her hands. When you're needed back here later, you're going to be doing your ESP test. We need to make sure that if you've developed any sort of extra sensory perception or like supernatural abilities due to spending a significant time as a flame, we need to test for them.
Also, getting a reflection gives you those. So like, if you have a reflection, you'll have one.
It'll give you supernatural abilities, though.
It'll give you an anima. You
always seemed borderline superhuman from the very start, so we're just gonna see what happens.
It'll be fun.
Spam.
It's from the do spam. She leads you out this way, and your little squad exits. Verona appears like, it's been a while since I've seen a sight like this. Main difference is, Riddle's going with her now. Oh boy, that's going to be hell on earth, isn't it? She just quietly leans back at the table as you exit into a section of the hospital off to the side. Okay.
Welcome to the Opiate Gardens.
Wow.
This is technically area owned by, like, we each have a wing of the hospital almost. This is the section set aside for both the ESP research consultant, ESP R&D, as well as Flo. So she like points off in this direction. Down that way is
Oh, the
Pretty
lounge, right?
Yeah, it's the lounge. It's like it's the hospital bar, and I know how irresponsible that sounds, but the hospital bar is down that way.
Yeah, it's like it's also like if you don't want to get lunch in the cafeteria, you can go do stuff there. It's like the hangout place for Flo.
Exactly. And it is thankfully and very directly connected up to the dorms that we'll be staying.
Yeah, they're all the way down that way.
They're all the way down that way, and if you want to access the hospital's main body, the greenhouse path leads around and connects up to floor 1 this way, so we'll be going that direction.
Yeah, we gotta leave the hospital.
Yep. We're gonna be going down to the base of Fuse City. Oh, right, I should probably give you context. You know how back in the day we were on the ground floor in, like, the abandoned areas?
Yeah?
Well, we're now up in the arms of the god.
Yeah, we're not. You guys aren't down in the legs anymore. You're up in the arms.
She points out, and you can see the entire city sprawling out beneath you.
Well, the arm, the arm, because you know how
The
how
other
up
arm,
one is.
yes.
Yeah. There's only the one arm.
There's only the one arm.
Willow's eyes actually sparkle.
Yeah, it's nice.
We're in the palm. The whole palm is dedicated to Ophia. Well, not
Yep.
the whole palm, but the building.
Enough of it. Plus, oh boy, I wonder if we can use emergency intake to. That's probably irresponsible.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah, probably.
But if we're training, it's responsible.
That is a pretty good point. Riddle Light goes over here, and you guys take the path around Fuse City, and originally, you would only look up at this place, towering high above. The entire city casting a shadow that killed all plant life beneath it. But now, you rest atop that city, looking down on the sprawl below, a spread of multicolor, and you worm your way down to the very bottom once again.
Going down to the legs again, but
Yep.
not far enough down to be at Station 1.
Yes.
Still in the parts of the legs people live on.
Yep. You get to see the best map, or one of the best maps. You get to see the biggest map in the game.
Ooh.
You head down to the Undercity, where
Coming down a big elevator.
you come. Yes. Let me. Control C. Control V. It's gonna take a hot sec to depixelize.
It's not pixelized for me.
It's removed. The pixels are now gone for me. How about you, Tiny?
Yep, no pixels
Okay.
online.
So you enter one of the god's bones and ride it down like a gigantic elevator where it kerchung opens up, letting you, Riddle, and Circuit out.
Circuit is not physically manifested anymore. Like before she was like a person that was manifested next to you. Now she's like, your phone is popped up, like your holopad phone is popped
Yep.
up and she's like on it.
Yeah. You can see her very clearly, like, on your holopad whenever you have it around. And you get the feeling, like, looking at Riddle, her eye zooms in and zooms out. You get the feeling that Circuit is in there. Circuit is riding around in the cybernetic. And she, like, walks over through this little back section of the park. Is like, this is sort of, I guess, the rougher side of town, but not as rough as...
Everyone here's great. I like this side of town.
Everyone here is extremely nice. Oh, there's our guy. She's like lurking and looking up over the bench. Like she peeks up over the back of the bench and...
That guy?
Yep, he should be waiting here for us. Oh, it's rare that I actually managed to get the drop on them. Should we walk up and surprise them? It's incredibly unprofessional, but I don't know, I'm kind of in a mood for something like that.
Yeah, let's sneak up on him.
Okay. Starting to sneak around pace by pace as she crawls her way over. The person over there, give me, since you're engaging in a seeking mission, a roll to die.
Ooh.
Oh god, I forgot.
Yeah, she's kind of fucked up right now, but it's okay.
So, Willow. Oh! Willow, you and Riddle start sneaking over, and over here, you hear a slight disruption behind you as this one kicks over a rock, as sort of like a, what was that noise?
Must have been the wind.
Sneak. Good afternoon.
What the fuck? Holy shit! Holy hell, Turbo, which one the fuck is fucking give me a heart attack or something?
Sorry, I just thought I'd drop by with my new old friend.
And me.
And Brick is here also.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Hold on, here a second. Holy shit, I just need to sit down. I was waiting for the van or something. Jeez.
No, we came by the elevator today.
Yeah, I left the van upstairs. I thought it'd be fun to sneak up on you.
Oh yeah, well I hope you got your fun because goddamn, alright.
Are you alright?
Yeah, usually we hear her coming, you know? Hear how it is, Turbo Witch and all that, probably. I don't know, you ever been in a car with her? Usually it's pretty great.
Riddle's nodding quietly. You get the feeling there's a story here. She's like, well, this is the one who the thing is for, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, you're a special client for today, yeah? Hmm?
Oh, I'm a special client today?
You're the special client
So
today.
I've been told.
Do I get anything?
Yeah, your present.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the present?
Yeah, we finished it. We actually finished it yesterday, believe it or not. So good timing.
Well, I guess lead the way.
Oh yeah, well, I sure will. This way, towards what you will, I'm sure, one day call the best garage in town. This way. Please follow me. Oh yeah, actually, I should ask. Can you wait here for just a second?
Make sure they're ready.
Way, please.
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry, I'll stay with you, Willow.
Turbo Witch this way, please.
Yeah, of
Turbo
course.
Turbo Witch this way.
Yeah.
What? Is that a witch too?
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. Well, it's complicated. We're still testing to see if she's a witch. She'll be a witch at some point.
Oh, all right. So no mentions of the project or anything for now.
For now.
All right. Yeah, I got you. All right, Willow, right?
Yep, that's my name.
All right, hey, follow me. He's gonna basically get you through a garage door that opens for you.
Okay. Move Willow 1 inch for me to make Roll20 stop there. Okay. Now move Circuit 1 inch for me. Yes. Okay, perfect. Roll20 decided to throw a big fit. Okay. Come inside. Let me change the music. You know what theme it is. It's time.
Ah, I see.
Yes. The provided theme. You all come inside.
All right. Welcome to our little slice of paradise. Best garage in town, Rangers HQ.
The Rangers
Look around, it's a
HQ.
mess.
They're professional mechanics from the city, and we commission them for a lot of work. Normally we need to put in requests for complex engineering works through Geist, but Geist is spying on us, so we mostly turn to...
This is how we get away with getting stuff without having to ask Geist for permission every time we want to do something small, like get a new coffee machine.
Oh, I see.
So with a request from you, yeah, take it away. Her face screws up.
Oh, I'm excited.
All right. He rubs his grubby hands together. All right, well, Willow, this way, please. All right, boys, this is the special client that we were, told about. So, this is time for the big representation. Yeah. You look behind this sort of line of boys, and you see a big tarp, and it's somewhat high up. It definitely is higher than them, so them making a line to hide it is frankly just useless. And it almost looks like a sheet ghost, and you're pretty sure that you see it moving somewhat.
Riddle's bouncing on her heels. She's really excited.
Or in, well, let me tell you, we worked pretty hard on that one, and we got some special materials from a very old turbo witch over there, points at Riddle. And, we made sure it was something special just for you. All right, boys, show them what's up. And they're gonna throw the tarp over, and... Ta-da! Here's your very own motorcycle beetle flight drone thingy.
It's a big beetle-shaped drone you can fly around on.
You got me a beetle.
Hell yeah!
And it's
Yeah,
green
got you
too.
a beetle. Yeah, he's green too. We love green here. So you see the ranger, but basically on top of it is sort of like doing the tada pose, and then basically leans forward on the sort of pad on the beetle, and basically says, all right, now here comes to essentially a little bit of a demonstration. So, as you can see, we present you the beetle. This is a one-of-a-kind insectoid vehicle, as you can see. It is made of pure steel and definitely not titanium, except for the wings. And those are made of, like, our best sort of plastic that we don't know really what it is, but, it works. There's also a bunch of internals that are made of other stuff, but no one cares about the boring stuff except Jeremy. And Jeremy is in jail, so he can't really say anything about it.
Jeremy was the real one.
Was he a part of
Michael,
Team 2? That's a shame.
Yeah, he got Jeremy, Steven, George, and Balthazar. They all got caught up. That's how it is. Anyway, so yeah, please everyone, make space. Yeah, there you go. All right, hit the button, Michael, please. And Michael hits a button, and the wings on the side sort of start vibrating, and also some turbines basically on the button starts activating, and it starts floating. Or as you can see, it comes with this very own fly mode, as basically Michael starts floating around on it. It should be able to basically support your weight and a small amount of stuff. Like it can like carry like maybe two of us. So I don't know how much you weigh, but that's basically your measure right there. He says that to you, like it's obvious. Like you should know what a ranger weighs. That's just common knowledge.
As long as it can hold Riddle too, then I'm good.
Riddle beaming.
Oh, right. He leans in. Anything can hold Riddle.
Riddle like, this is the best day of my life. The rest of them like, no, it's no problem.
Also, can I get a sort of like perception check itch, since the beetle is now in the air, flying right next to something,
Roll to die. Beat a 10. 10 beaten.
Jed, you want to describe the thing that Willow sees?
You got this. I believe in you.
I got this. Okay. So as you look up, it's really cool. It's your beetle and it's flying. It's amazing. But your eyes can't help, sort of like go past to the very tiny thing that's right on the wall over there. Very big billboard which basically says the Turbo Witch guarantee Ranger's Garage. And you can't help but recognize the person that's on that car posing.
Riddle, looks over at you, sees the look of recognition, gets a serious look on her face, and is like, one of the other things about Flow, particularly rising to the top, is sponsorship opportunities are going to become real, and you'll probably get your face on a billboard as well, but at least for right now, this is mine. This is my billboard. I like this place a lot.
Yeah, before we continue with the presentation, you see that button over there under the billboard?
Oh no!
He's like talking to Willow. You see that? You see that over there? Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Sometimes you hate that button.
It's over here, over
I
here.
love his expression.
Yeah, you hate that button real quick.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I slam the button.
You slam the button, the entire side flares to life, a power going through it. The lights grow a little brighter, and then you hear from a voice box crackly somehow on the other side, even in the distant future. That's the Turbo Witch guarantee. You can hear it's Riddle's voice.
Riddle, that's you.
Yeah, yep. That's they had me record a voice line. Like I said, you'll probably get sponsorship opportunities of your own, or maybe you could also be sponsored by the Rangers. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, hit it again.
I think I broke the button.
That's the Turbo Witch guarantee.
Yep, that's mighty impressive, traction power you got there, yeah. Glad we made the beetle like we did. All right. The presentation, that's fine. We can fix that. Yeah, or you shut the fuck up right now. Shut the fuck up. Turn it off.
You hit the button off, and then it flares to life immediately again. And just goes. That's the Turbo Witch guarantee. I hope that takes good.
What the fuck? How did I fix it so fast?
You come back around.
Something's fishy going on. That's fine. All right, so we're gonna get back to the presentation. So right, so Michael, come back down, please. Michael brings the beetle back down on its 6 little legs, and basically, all right. So we also have, so that's the fly mode. That's pretty good. But we also understand that as a member of Flow and a very special client, you need some all-terrain action. As a result, we gave it its very own goat mode. Activate goat mode. Michael presses the button as the beetle starts jumping around rapidly.
He's got a goat mode too.
Goat mode's kind of intimidating. Riddle looks at it, it's like, that would pulverize me in an instant.
Good thing this building has such high ceilings.
Boom, 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 boom.
Well, as you can see, it could go pretty, it could go pretty far. It could go pretty long. It says go long jump, but we don't want to, it's fun. Anyway, so as you can see, it has that, and also it has its very own. All right, Michael, be ready. Or it has its very own ram mode.
It's Riddle move.
I was gonna jump in the way.
Suddenly, it lurches backwards, all of the limbs interconnecting for a moment, and then it flies forward. Everyone in the area, give me a roll to die.
I already did. All fail.
You're fine. Riddle.
Oh no.
Everyone is fucking flung to the winds as the beetle charges forward. You get the feeling that Riddle was dragged mostly by hurricane force winds. Everyone else dived to the side.
Yeah, no, the ones that are still upright are fine, but the other ones are basically KO'd. Since the person that was doing the representation is now KO, this guy over here takes over. So as you can see, very good, very efficient. We're pretty good at what we do. As you can see, best garage in town. You should come back sometimes, you know, if you ever need some repairs or anything else.
Wait. Circuit says, speaking up through through Willow's holopad. What about the last mode?
Well, you know, we were gonna get to the last mode.
Well, it sounded like you were doing your wrap-up.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the big wrap-up. But we have something else. For you see, before we get to that very last mode, it's gonna be a very convenient... We call it convenient mode. But convenient mode is gonna be our last thing. Now, there is another thing that we have a little gift for you. A little gift for you. He sort of goes into his pack, sort of like looks around, all suspicious like, and then very quickly he gives you a thing. And if I will get you to look at voice in the chat,
Yes.
I will show you what it is.
What's this?
That, my friend, is your very own remote, for this is a drone.
Yeah, it can probably be operated independently. You don't have to fly it around manually.
Yeah, how about you give it a try?
Oh, yeah, perfect.
you start to futz with the controls as Riddle's like, oh, wait a second. Shouldn't we give Michael a chance to...
It's working. She's feisty. Okay.
Oh god, someone open up the back door!
It jumps around the inside.
I'll close that down real quick. You hit the fucking back door as Michael is flung off.
Oh god, I hope that doesn't crash
What?
into...
I guess I was too slow.
I hope that doesn't crash into the construction place.
It comes back. the rider is gone.
Well, I think I should. I'll be back. Check.
I think I understand how this works. This button says home, this one says go out of control.
Alright, what? As you can... Oh, God. Alright, go over there. Alright, as you can see, it's very good. Oh, you already got the remote control. That's good. Alright, and I guess for a big wrap-up, if you would take your rightly place.
Your rightful place on the throne.
Right next to
the
it.
beetle throne.
Yeah. Sorry for the insect throne.
Oh, just on top? Alright.
Yeah, get on top real quick. Yeah, you go. Yeah,
God,
get
you
your
look so
little
natural.
get your little security belts going.
Why wasn't Michael wearing the safety belts?
Anyway, so there's a button on there. There's a button on there with a big C. That's for convenient mode.
Oh, I see. So this is gonna make it real convenient. Alright.
Yeah.
Press it.
You press the button.
Almost with a Transformers-like noise, it starts to shift all around you, just sort of like compressing onto itself, and using the security belts as a guideline, wraps around your body and forms a backpack.
A backpack made of pure metal.
Yep, it is literally a solid steel backpack. And Riddle's like...
And it's light, too!
Riddle's like... How? How? she runs over.
Pretty fucking intense. Yeah.
Who was it? Who wasn't that couldn't even take a single step in that thing?
That was Howard. Howard was like our strongest guy. It was pretty fucking impressive. Congratulations! I mean, if it wasn't already made for you, you fucking deserve it now.
Oh my god, there's even like a little.
I'm not in on a joke that everyone's talking about.
Circuit comes up and she's like, "Oh my god, there's even like a little holster for your remote gun thing on the side. That's crazy."
Oh, that is convenient.
It really is.
So we can get the first draw. Gotta be quick.
Well, I guess welcome back, Willow. Here's one of today's presents. She's like looking at the backpack again. Willow oblivious to its size and weight. Riddle's like, it's good to it's certainly you.
Wait, you said one of
Yeah,
my
no,
presents.
the thing collapsed on itself, but as you can see, even if it collapsed on itself, the sheer size makes it so that the backpack is kind of like a turtle shell on you. It's pretty big.
Turtle shell with the one big horn coming out of it.
Oh, the horn comes back in. That's it's convenient mode.
Oh, okay.
Truly convenient. Let me hop back in. I accidentally disconnected my Roll20. Give me 1 second.
Anyways, I really hope you like your present, Willow. We worked hard on it. We're pretty proud of it.
Yeah, it seems like your best work so far. And I don't even know what the other work.
I mean, I think the brick is pretty cool.
The brick is pretty cool.
The brick is getting enhanced so that it can go underwater and through lava.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm excited for my enhancements.
They've designed actually most of the automobiles that will be driving around. They made the van, they made the tank, which is affectionately known as the brick. Now we do have a tank.
Yeah, twice as tank.
Yeah, are you excited about the tank? I should have known, actually. Here, Riddle pulls it up on her holopad and she's like, let me go over here. She's gonna get pictures of the tank. This was designed here.
Or I thought you were gonna call it here. I had to move him out of the way. Jesus.
Let me go down here.
Yeah. Here you.
2 vehicle displays pop up. One, a van. The other, that can only be described as a tank, really. These are most of the vehicles we're going to be using. I'm the one who drives the van. Twice is the one who drives the tank, though. Actually, thinking about it, you're probably really capable as a driver of either, too. Now
Well, you have a Beetle, so you don't need to drive one of these.
Yeah, now we've got a 3rd vehicle.
The Beetle that can house only.
It's like a motorcycle that can fly, but it's beetle shaped.
Yeah, and like,
it's the only one that exists because it was custom made specifically for you.
That's true. Yeah, well, there are probably other vans. I think that's the only tank like it, though. I'd be surprised if there was another one.
As you can see also on all of these wonderful pictures from our very own Turbo, which you can see the ingenuity of the best garage in town. Thank you. Thank you, Rick. Of the best garage in town. As you can see, there were latches on the roof for your very own special airborne needs. That's not something I just made up. It was the plan all along.
Riddle's nodding.
That was amazing. We had a good deal advertising for them.
Yeah, no, it's nice. If I'm sure of all people, if you wanted to sign up with them too, they'd be happy to have you. She like.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to have a new witch or future witch.
What's a witch?
So, here, witch business. I'm gonna go whisper some witch business to her over here.
Oh right, yeah, this makes sense. Witch business, yeah.
So they think anyone with ESP is a witch. So, like, you'll probably develop extrasensory perception soon if you don't have it already. So, yeah, welcome to witch life.
Huh.
Yeah, Riddle's the turbo witch.
Yep. There's like an Ultima witch, there's like a...
The Nitro Witch.
Nitro witch, so, like, honestly start thinking about staking out a cool witch name with them. Also, this is a thing unique to them exclusively. Most people don't call me witch. It's actually really nice, actually. It feels like they respect what we do as Espers.
Yeah, especially since you're like a wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So...
I feel like you know what might be a good one for you, Willow? If you were like the Carbon Witch.
Ooh, the Carbon Witch.
Ooh, because I'm like strong like the
Carbon.
carbon steel.
Carbon
Yeah.
Steel. Steel Witch. Oh, Steel Witch is really... Except Carbon's...
Carbon's got more of like a ring to it, because like steel doesn't match the like Turbo Nitro Ultima
Yeah, you're right.
feel, but like Carbon might.
Carbon might. Riddle's like nodding and just, like, looks over. Well,
What if you were like the Titania Witch?
Titania Witch. Riddle's eyes are sparkling looking at you.
We'll just have to find out.
You hear the sound of a vault in the background.
Do you think they're gonna give us some of the ice cream today?
I would... Yeah, they also serve ice cream here. It's good.
And lemonade.
And lemonade.
And lemonade?
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta stick around.
And a form of sorbet whose name I can't say without invoking burn.
It's just sorbet.
She like... what?
You see them like dragging this big fucking crate out of the vault, and indeed it looks very cold. All right, since it was a day for prep for celebration, we thought we would get some big old scoops today. Here you go, and they open it up, and some there's a bunch of like colors and colors combination. You can't help but recognize one of them colors. Can't help but recognize one of them color schemes.
The other thing about sponsoring / being sponsored by a place, especially if you're lucky, ice cream.
Got your own ice cream flavor too? What don't you have?
Stable.
Only one of the many things that one of our sponsors might get. Wink.
They're definitely trying to win you over. Just be aware of that.
I feel like
What do you mean? This is the most innocent wink I've ever done.
Riddle like pats you on the back, is like, this is fortunately or unfortunately going to be your life as a core member of Flow. Luckily though, the Rangers are great, and that's that. They may the one thing is they may ask you to steal for them. I think that's the only thing that has ever seemed like not like I have definitely stolen some high profile goods from Geist warehouses in order for them to build some of these things.
Oh, that.
But don't
that doesn't
tell
seem like a
anyone.
problem.
You don't tell anyone.
And you didn't hear that.
You also didn't hear that. I'm just saying for the future. Like with your strength, yeah, no, they'd definitely be able to use your expertise.
Also, like, what if instead of stealing from the Geist warehouses, you took everything and then burned it down and just made it seem like it was lost in the fire?
That's a more significant crime, actually.
If they were gonna catch me for burning down Geist warehouses, they would have caught me by now, she says, looking at her fingernails. Huh?
Riddle continues making this face and patting you on the back. Well, let's grab some ice cream and then go get your ESP tested, okay?
Alright. Give me that Riddle ice cream.
Her entire expression lights up. You guys acquire ice cream, and before the last little bit, let's take like a 2-minute bathroom break. On your beetle, Riddle clinging to your back. She flails around like a paper bag, and you land an emergency intake and like slide up to the private parking lot. Park the beetle. You bring away.
Goat mode the entire time.
Flight mode, no. Goat mode only. You bounce through the entire city. And you eventually find your way to... over here. Oh. Circuit still with?
Is Satyr back?
Satyr is not yet, actually.
Okay, then she's still with.
You guys are... Hold on, Riddle. Let me get your expression. She was like this for any jump in goat mode. Now she's just like worn ragged. She's like, that is... It's incredible it moves like that.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised it wasn't like crazy jumpy or anything.
Riddle's like, basis of comparison, have you ridden things more jumpy than that?
Yeah, I mean, have you been to the swamp?
No, I haven't. I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, everything wants to kill you there.
You move forward, Verona's like, well, thank you for submitting to the this test at the end of what must have been a very long day. We are going to be testing your aptitude for extrasensory perception. Regardless of the outcome of this test, you're going to be a useful asset to Flo as well as Opia. Your talents are already more or less guaranteed, but just the same, it's protocol at this point. Plus, I'm curious to see exactly what results you get. This should help determine not only the efficacy, but also the nature of whatever ESP you're going to receive.
Oh, so what's this test? Am I going to touch like a weird orb that's going to glow green?
Oh, a little bit, sort of, except you're going to say a thing and then it's going to potentially grow.
Yeah, they're going to ask you some questions. The consultant will be probably asking you some questions, and then as you answer them, the hollow room is going to change perception, and then we'll be able to tell like if your ESP is going to be strong or if you still need development, and blah 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 blah, and then you get to do the cool test.
Yeah, and then you get to do the cool test. We're gonna be watching from the other side of the glass. Just head on through the door. Verona moves over, hits the button. The door slowly opens.
All right, wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
She cheers for you. Even the quieter AI in the distance mouths a very silent good luck.
I give them a thumbs up as
yeah!
I walk in.
You go into the center of the room as everybody piles in over here, and you can still hear their voices, but you can no longer see them on the other side. In fact, you can't really see anything outside of the ESP room. There's a flare as...
Oh, initiating exam sequence.
Oh.
And then there is nothing. There is only the area around.
Alright, it's good to see you again, Willow. How are you feeling? This is the voice who was talking to you before when you first woke up, when you were still Flame.
Oh, I remember you. I'm feeling good.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to be the one conducting your ESP assessment test, and then we're going to probably put you through the evaluation as well. It's what we call the prison simulation or prison scenario. Are you ready to begin your test? It's 10 questions.
I'm super ready.
All right. Okay. Well then, I'm going to start with question 1. Willow, what color is the world?
What color is the world?
What color is the world?
I think I've seen a picture. I think it's blue.
Blue. Alright.
Background changes, and immediately, all around you, a form flares to life. You see an area projected,
Huh.
A brilliant set of beaches lines either side of the wall, and as this illusory water sort of slops against the bounds of the room, it pushes over and through, and you find yourself not in a VR room anymore, but instead in this large projected space. It feels like you're somewhere else entirely. However, you know you are still very firmly grounded in OPHQ.
Are you ready for the second question?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Why is the world important to you, if it is at all?
It's important because you have people you love. And
Alright.
they're part of the world.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that reason affect your actions throughout your life?
Oh, that's like an 11.
11. Alright. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah. I'll knock this one out too.
How did where you were born affect who you are now?
Oh, that one's easy. Being in the swamp, you gotta be tough. And you gotta apparently pick up heavy stuff a lot.
Okay. And do you think that it affected you greatly?
Yeah, I can pick up heavy stuff.
Okay. And did it affect your, like, okay, how do I ask this? You believe this very firmly.
Yeah, I believe it firmly.
Okay, how... No, I'll take that. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What makes you the person that you are?
Apparently, it's, the future, promises, and, what was the last thing?
Survival.
Survival!
Alright, I meant more... No, this is a good show of how you feel about this. How you as a person, these things that make you, I mean more... Well, no, if that's what you believe. Okay, I'll take this. Are you ready for the next one?
I'm always ready.
Where does your personal strength come from?
My personal strength comes from these arms.
And
Strong enough to carry everyone.
Alright, and how likely do you think it is for that sort of thing to change? Like, your source of strength?
I mean, they can go with my legs too, and my head.
Okay. And are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
What gives your life value in the grand scheme?
It gives my life value? I don't know. I guess that's a weird question to me. I feel like we all got value.
Just innately?
Yeah, because we're here.
Okay, so you believe that everyone has value just by being here.
It's our will on the world.
Okay.
And once we don't have any will, we're not here anymore, right?
Alright. Alright, I know about where I'm gonna score that one. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Alright, spit it.
Do the personal lives of others matter to you?
100%!
Alright, you believe that very strongly?
Very strongly.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Do you prefer receiving aid or giving aid?
You know how I always like to be the hero.
So you like giving aid?
Yeah.
Alright, and how likely do you think that is to change if the circumstance changes?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to being saved sometimes.
Okay. And are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Why do you think others care about you?
Because I'm cool, I'm funny, I'm, I can jump really high, I can fly, I got strong arms, I can cook.
So you think people like you for your likable traits,
Yes.
which you seem to have very many of.
Yes, I'm a very likable person.
Okay. And do you think that your opinion on this belief that people like you for this reason, how likely do you think it is to change?
I mean, what else are they gonna like me for? I guess my antennas.
Alright. And are you ready for the last question?
Yeah, show me the last one.
What are you fighting for?
Wait, you mean like in general, or like why am I here fighting for? Or...
What are you fighting for? The question, how you answer the question, shows me what that question means to you and is part of the evaluation.
Well, we're all fighting for a better world. No matter what you do. If you're, making hot dogs, you're fighting to make everyone happier with the hot dogs.
Okay, so you're fighting to make the world better and make people happier.
Exactly.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to total up the scores.
It's time for math.
Oh no, math.
If Roma randomly goes on mute, it's because of the dreaded 0 key.
Yeah, I mute when I hit the 0 key. I have to tally up your score, you see. If I can find the fucking calculator.
Almost as you, look around this room, it's weird. This doesn't feel like a location that you've ever seen before. This vista in front of you feels almost otherworldly, is the best way to put it. Based on what you've seen in the swamps and based on what you know of the Silt Islands up above the swamps, there aren't seas as brilliant or blue as this. They more fall like there's some clear waters, sure, and where you're from, there's a lot of murky water, but nothing quite like this. This site seems almost novel.
I really like the VR rooms. I'll use VR for anything else here.
Yeah, we use it to do a bunch of the ESP training scenarios. Do you like this one? Do you like this projection?
Yeah, it's really nice.
You almost hear this person smile on the other side. Like, you can tell that she liked that you said that.
We use it for training occasionally, too. Due to the unique properties of the VR rooms, there are... the environment that you're currently in is subtly, in many ways, it's having an effect upon your mind and your body to some extent. You are, at least under these conditions, almost recreating a peaceful version of the sensation that people get when they face down a Coden demon. Except in this case, rather than causing you headaches, it's probably just increasing your strength. There's a beat for a second. She's like, not that you necessarily need that, but at least in an environment like this, you're probably acting at least slightly beyond your bounds. I'm sure you've experienced moments where either your adrenaline was high or you had to save someone important to you, and it felt like you pushed yourself even beyond your limits. We create environments like this that cause a small amount of burn in order to enable you to activate that attribute of yourself at any time, so you can train when you're fighting your best rather than train on an off day.
Wow, that's really handy.
Yeah. I've totaled your score. Would you like to go through the prison scenario before you receive it, or would you like to receive your current score now? The prison scenario won't be factored into your score. The prison scenario is to help me gauge the most likely type of anima that you'll manifest. This is your current ESP evaluation score that I'm about to give you.
What's the usual? You just give it after the prison?
It's gone back and forth.
Well, I'll take everything at the end.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to initiate the prison scenario now. Once you're in, we won't be talking to you. You're going to see 3 objects in front of you. You can only pick one, and it will help you through the experience. You just engage with it however you want. Your genuine response to it will give us a lot of feedback. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Alright, I'm going to initiate it now. You hear her click a button.
You hit the button, and there's a shift in the VR in the background. You hear a loud ka-choom, and it seems almost like the walls around you are being retracted or replaced. The floor beneath your feet slides slightly, placing you in a significantly larger area, though you can't exactly tell spatially where you are. Riddle chimes in over the line. Feel free to walk around freely. This VR chamber adjusts itself on the fly, so you won't hit any walls. Interact with the world as you would see fit, and good luck in there.
Alright, thanks.
And you find yourself somewhere very, very different. Roma, take it away.
Alright, so you find yourself in this prison cell. You see some glowing hard light bars right here in front of you. And on this table, there are 3 items. There's a pair of walkie-talkies, a manila envelope, and a crowbar.
I can only pick one. I mean, they're bars. How bad can they be? I take the crowbar.
Okay, the other 2 objects disappear.
Yeah!
Oh. You know, that makes sense that the other 2 would disappear. Alright. She immediately swings the crowbar at the
Alright, roll to do!
Roll to do for me.
You can roll to die to lock in if you need to. Okay, wow, that's a really good roll.
Yeah.
I think that you just swing your crowbar into this light relay with so much force that it actually gives way under your strength. And you see this relay just waver wildly, and you think that you might be able to slip through.
Oh, I'm gonna try and.
You need to roll to die, or roll to do if you can see if you can get through before they reconstitute. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just do a d20 to see their.
See their strength. Oh,
yeah. Okay, so you don't quite make it. You almost oh, okay, I can go now, and you go to step forward, and you end up bumping into it, it reconstitutes right in front of you, and you almost donk your head into it.
All right, wise guy. All right, hold on. I just need leverage. She puts the crowbar at an angle where she can step on the other end. It's pry the bar to the side.
Okay, so you notice that as you're doing this, the light doesn't bend the way that metal would. It is, you can tell, this is pure hard light. You can tell also because there is, when you swing your crowbar through it, the first bar that you disrupted, it was almost like a contest between you and it, and when you disrupted that one, all of the ones past it, so say you disrupted this one, all of these turned off.
Oh.
But these ones stayed up. And then this one reconnected, and they reconnected over time. They zipped back on one at a time.
and you can't quite bend the light, but you think you can bend all the things around it. Or you could try smashing through it again with pure force, and if you can disrupt them, then you can probably disrupt all of them.
Alright. Just gotta break through. 1, 2. She swings at this wall.
Give me a roll to do.
Yeah, roll to do.
Boom.
Yeah, I think you fucking hit this normal concrete wall with your crowbar and an 18's worth of force, and it starts cracking and crumbling. There are metal bars inside that have bent.
Can I wiggle my way through, or I gotta hit some more?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d20. Oh yeah, that's a big hole. You could probably squeeze through. You might have to do a little finagling, but...
This is why I don't trust technology.
Okay, you find yourself in this room.
Huh. Got some lockers?
Yep. And there's...
Boom.
Ooh. I'm gonna start searching some of these lockers.
There's just, like, normal, like, weirdly, like, coveralls, like, lab jackets, but not really anything, like, people's, like, jackets, maybe, like, a mug.
Oh. Well, nothing useful here. Where am I supposed to go?
You can tell that door right in front of you is locked.
Hello? She knocks.
How loud do you say that? How loud do you call out?
Pretty loudly.
Oh boy!
Okay.
You hear a call, but it's not from up
It's not
ahead.
this way. It's actually...
Yeah, back in the other room. You hear a, hello?
Oh, hold on. This one's locked too, ain't it?
Yeah.
No, that one isn't.
Oh.
Oh.
The door wasn't locked, all the rooms were locked.
You
Walk
come
through.
back inside and you realize something. Well, let me put these back.
Ooh, right.
There's someone stuck in here? Hi, hello?
Oh, hey.
I'm trapped. Would you mind? She, like, looks over at the, she looks over at a switch. There's a panel on the far side. Do you mind maybe giving me a little bit of help?
Oh, does the switch turn these off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Flip the switch.
Thank you. She immediately walks out. It's like, my name is Sophie. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, I'm Willow.
Nice to meet you, Willow. How was that you wailing on the wall over there?
Yeah, you betcha.
Believe it or not, a lot of people have tried to go through the wall before. I think you're the first person to ever successfully do it.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that? I thought these bars were a trick.
No, you're allowed to find your own way out or through this scenario, but you're the first person that's physically managed to just beat the wall down. So he's like sweating slightly.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I mean, it takes a little persistence, but you know.
Yeah, I'm
through
sure.
eventually.
She's got this big, slightly sweating smile on her face. So, did you progress into the next room and then come back for me?
Oh yeah, you get called out.
Oh, she beams at you. Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna leave anyone behind.
Oh. She's like looking around the room and it's like, okay, well, we're stuck in here now.
Yeah, that door is locked. We got lockers that don't got really anything in it, and some more weird. She kicks at this thing.
It's like a switch at the wall, and it's like partially up the wall. There's some pipes that go below it and pipes that go above it. So you're kicking a pipe that's near the bottom of the ground.
Wait, hold on. I fly a little bit.
Okay.
Flip the switch.
Well, you don't even have to fly. It is at your level. You can flip it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you flip the switch and you notice there's a little panel, like a little screen next to it that starts like a 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it beeps like and it says incomplete input.
Incomplete. What makes it complete? I gotta bring a mug or something? Oh, wait. There's 2 of these things. Hold on, maybe this is the one. She flips it.
The same response. 4, 3, 2, 1. Incomplete input.
Then what makes it complete? Sophie, you understand how these things work?
You ask Sophie for help, and her face lights up, and she's like, "Oh, well, if I had to take a guess, maybe if we tried it together, it might work. Like I could go over to the other side."
Oh yeah, try that. Yeah,
She
just tell me when.
She beams at you, and then looks at the hole in the wall that you came through, and is like, it says aloud, like, the second she rounds the corner, you can hear it, just, I really like this one. Makes her way over to this side, and it's like, okay, I'm on the other side.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, flip!
Flip.
Okay.
She flips it simultaneously.
You see it go input complete, and then you hear a ticking, and the door slides open.
Oh.
It's just beep, beep, beep,
I start running.
beep, beep. And just as you clear through, it beeps like 1 or 2 more times, and then the door slides shut.
Oh my god, okay, well we're just breezing through this. You see a look on Sophie's face. It appears that she's done this test a few times in the past, and for a moment you see a momentary weariness behind her eyes, and she's like, it's going so good this time. You see the look of relief of, oh my god, thank god, finally.
So you entered this
seen
room.
Nothing yet.
You enter this room. You see this barrier. It's almost like glitching, like it's not functioning properly, and there's like a small beeping light on here between these 2 glowing buttons, and then you see that this machine is running, and you hear like a crackling and like a fizzling, like the machine is running, and you're not sure if it's supposed to be making this sound or not.
Oh, alright. So, I may sound like I'm not good with machines, but, you know, secretly I dabble a little bit. You know, I've taken apart a tablet once or twice. I haven't put it back together, but I took it apart.
I'm sure that counts for something. Her entire face lights up.
If we find out how this thing works, maybe we'll get this door open.
So you look at this machine, and you can tell this is some kind of... Okay, why don't you roll to die, Willow? Why don't you roll to die? This is coming from yourself. Okay, that's
I was hoping I got a bad roll.
So you can tell this is probably some kind of like generator or like power like relay. Like the power for this building is probably maybe not from here, but like this is like regulating it. And you're listening to that noise it's making a little more, and you're like, I don't know if this is the noise this is supposed to be making. It sounds like crackly or fizzly, and you don't think that, like, normally when you're, like, when you walk by, like, a lamp that's plugged into the wall, the like, cable that it's connected to doesn't make, like, a fizzle or a crackle. It's pretty quiet, you know?
Okay. What's this say here?
If you're looking, this is the reset. If you're, like, looking at it, like, actually looking at it and, like, looking it over, it looks like this is, some kind of console that you can use to reset this, like, if... like, almost like resetting a breaker.
Oh. I mean, we just flip this off, flip this on. She turns it off and on really quickly.
Yeah, you look at it. You actually read the instructions that are listed on the thing, and you just do it. and it resets, and you hear the power in the other room turn back on, and you hear this machine almost like equalize, and this little hologram that's in front of the door, this what you can kind of assume is maybe like a security feature, just powers down.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, that was so smooth.
I'm not gonna lie, I had the feeling like of wanting to just smash that machine.
You'd be shocked at how many people do that, Mos. Oh my god, so many of them. I'm glad you managed to hold back on that impulse. Well, with that, thank you and congratulations on clearing the test. We've officially made it to the other side, and all that's left is going up the elevator.
Oh, alright, thank you.
Yeah, of course. You walk up to the elevator door, and then something happens. The AI, despite the fact that it should not have physical form, immediately shoves you backwards as you hear a noise as there is the grinding of metal on the far end, and a figure emerges from the elevator. Well, if it isn't my errant little lost soul. Adrift, are we? He pushes his way through the door. Sophie places herself in front of you and it's like, this isn't part of the test. Willow, we need to back off.
You actually hear the comms. You were told the comms wouldn't be on for this. Like, you wouldn't be able to communicate with them. You actually hear them click on, and you hear that voice, but instead of sounding almost like happy or glad like she was before, she sounds like concerned, like she's almost rushing, and she's like, Willow, you need to stay away from that person. Don't let him touch you.
She continues. Sophie starts to back off with you, pointing you in this direction. He continues moving in. Well, you managed to slip through my fingers the last time. Not exactly sure how you managed. A gigantic scythe rakes across the floor. But, well, right now it's just you, me, and the little bits of flame surrounding us. She opens the door and, like, goes back into the last room, and she's going to move over and attempt to reset the security panel.
Don't. You hear this voice, like, she's, like, trying to, like, kind of figure out how to approach the situation. Like, you can hear her, like, almost, like, clicking on, like, a keyboard. Like, she's trying to figure out what's going on. She's like, he shouldn't be able to be there. Okay. Willow, you need to stay. Literally, do not let him touch you. Sophie, thank you. Okay, yes, you reunited. Okay. We're going to start trying to beam Riddle into the scenario because we can't shut it down.
Who is this guy?
That is, his name... Should I explain it?
Go for it. She needs to know how much danger she's in right now.
So, you know the demons, right? They come with courts, and that is, he's a member of the Court of Death, and his name is the Hunter of Mortals.
Oh, so that's a literal demon coming after me.
It's like a demon and the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, imagine one of the 6 strongest demons in existence.
He has the ability to erase concepts from existence. I think you should get down on the ground. Don't be up on the stairs so that you can run into the next room safely when he inevitably gets through.
He's like, I see what the problem is. Trying to break down the hard light's annoying. Why don't I just go through the wall? Sophie quietly, God, 2 people going through the wall in one day?
Why don't you exit into the next room?
He reels back the scythe and slams it in, and believe it or not, doesn't actually break through in one swing. Annoying. Sophie's like, I knew you were something special, Willow. Let's go.
Alright.
That room should be the safest. It has the most walls between you and him. I'm going to turn the... If you need to run into the back of the room, and I'll turn the bars back on for you as, like, a last-ditch effort while we try and get someone in there to get you out.
who's moving around in this room. Well-constructed little replication of reality. He's like looking around. World spawn of something like this would be delightful indeed. But I guess you all are living that existence already. He, like, drags his scythe across the ground, and you hear a pressure on the far side. Well, those doors are locked, and... another locked door, I see. Sophie's, like, trying to put herself between you and him, but, like, is not a very convincing guard, insubstantial as she is.
Riddle, are you making any progress?
I should be soon. I think it should be fine. Willow, could you roll to die for me?
Sure. Ooh.
Below a 10. Okay. You can feel it. You can feel as this person presses in, the scythe once again reaving through the metal of the door. You feel that pressure in your head again rise, and you're wearing the armor. Riddle on the other end's like, her LS is going crazy.
Oh god.
You see something from a long, long time ago, as you feel a pressure building around your head, and you find yourself someplace different, almost adrift. You feel the sting across your flesh. You feel the fire boiling to the surface. You hear a call and rough, machine-like laughter. And you feel something certain, an absolute fact, something that you cannot escape staring at this person. The inconsistency that boils inside of your head. I went into the coda, and when I did, ... The process turns over in your head, flame licking around your body once again. It feels like you're breaking down once more. When I was there, I died. Your eyes snap open again. There is an inevitability there. The door gives way. Sophie tries to place herself in front of you. What do you do?
She stares down death. She is visibly shaking, and she kind of takes a step forward, not a very confident one. I'm not dead. And I promise I won't die again.
Well, let's make a little wager, shall we? I always love this part.
Be very careful.
He takes one step forward. Let's see how worthy that promise is. In a place where none can hear you, and not a single soul is there to receive it. He smiles as darkness begins to spread around him. You feel the weight, and suddenly, there's an interruption. You feel a break in space as everything begins to snap and break down. So, it's just us here. The AI fizzles to your side. If you're going to find your way back, let's see you fight for it. He prepares himself. Let's both roll to die.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Here we fucking go. Okay. He rolls 3d6 as well. Oh, okay. In this instance, you get to go first.
Willow, holds... Wait, do I still have my crowbar?
You do still have your crowbar. It's fizzling away in your hand, but it's still there.
Alright. Alright, big guy. Let's see if you're stronger than concrete. And Willow flies, runs along the wall, and swings down.
Walk in something, boom! It impacts the back ends of the scythe, him parrying with the pommel. He's like, ooh, full of fire still. Have to say, I'm a fan. He whirls the scythe around and connects it with the side of your head, and you slide along the ground, the flame leaking out almost immediately. That'll be 5 damage on you. You have 10 HP. Give me another roll to die. It's the start of the new act. Oh my god!
Yes! Keep it up!
Fucking speed!
Alright, I'm... God, you hit so hard. It hurts to look at you, too.
Damn, call him ugly.
Please, I'm not that ugly.
I didn't mean not your face. Willow runs up and tries to push him with all her might.
Give me a roll to do. Oh my god, okay. You clash! You clash as he raises up a hand. You clash and win. Do you want to ignite to double the damage dealt?
Yes.
Okay. Hit the ignite button as he, boom, slams backwards through a wall, and the wall collapses like tissue paper as the very world begins to give way around you. The simulation breaking down. Oh, I like this. Usually, I have to say, lost souls are so foundless, without their body, their memories, with everything taken from them. They can do little more than cry. But you're full of fight. He picks up the scythe and balances it along his back, and he's like, in that case, how about we make this? And then there's a snap. Everything freezes. You having actually pushed him past the threshold as someone immediately manages to enter into the scenario and is like, Willow, are you okay? He takes a step forward, looks at you, looks at her. His expression falls. Willow, you are like, I'm gonna be real, you're between Riddle and him. Like, even though he's here for you, you're the one shielding her. And he gets a look on his face. A difficult one. I see. The god of humanity's checkmate, then. I suppose I can't press any further at this exact moment. He, looks over at you. You. Hold on to that life you still have. No one's allowed to claim it until I do. He closes his eyes. And you, harden your heart to despair. If I broke it now, it'd ruin all of us. Get stronger. I'll be back. He smiles and starts to walk away. Well, you've got a moment.
For the record, I ain't lost. I'm exactly where I need to be. Opia HQ. If you need directions, I ain't giving you none.
His expression is a twisted look of utter delight. He's like, I haven't been this alive or excited to be alive in entire worlds. He walks away, and you hear the world break behind you. Willow, huh? Not just another nameless soul. I'll commit this one to memory. Hopefully, and I'm hoping for all of your sakes, you don't, this time, die afraid and alone. There is a rending sound as the entire scenario breaks down around you. And you find yourself back somewhere else. How many times is it? How many times is it that the burn has risen to the top of your head and made you see things that you didn't want to? This process is annoying. It's getting frustrating at this point, but you looked death straight in the face at this moment. And with that, a few things actually wound up clicking in your mind. You look back, and your memories slot in one after the other, with a certain sadness, yet warmth. You look back at a time that you spent in Station 1 fighting tooth and nail alongside them. Everyone there lived a vibrant life, rough as it was, struggling against the inevitability of death. For many, they weren't able to outrun this fate. But for you, even now, your soul still holds strong. And, luckily enough, a figure rounds the corner. You still have people surrounding you from that time that you left behind. She enters the room and everything fades. It clicks into place. The role you always shared together, and the role you naturally fell back into here. Your eyes slide open. Willow? You awake? You good? It's a concerned noise from the other side. Willow, hey.
Hello? God, my head.
Someone is peeking in through the door. You do see that the little box that indicates that the ESP consultant is here is open. You don't know why she isn't here in person. You knew she was in the room with everyone else, but for some reason she is not appearing in front of you.
Willow, Verona actually leans forward and sort of throws her arms around you in bed, like, just utterly, like, a look of utter concern washing over her face. Riddle's like, oh, holy crap, you, that was terrifying, but, you got him good. She actually lets out a laugh.
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared as hell. I was just putting on a brave face.
Oh my god, don't. I'd say don't do that again, but, Riddle, like, sort of collapses against the wall in sheer relief.
You see the little sign that indicates that the ESP consultant is talking light up, and she goes, I'm going to be honest with you. It is going to be harder to fight him next time. Every time you fight him, he gets stronger at fighting you, so next time he will be twice as strong.
I'll get 3 times as strong.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Riddle's face lights up. You, he'll be back. I think, unfortunately, we need to confront a certain reality. Yes, Verona sits back and is like, Willow, you are, alright, let's do this one. You are, by most circumstances and by our understanding, dead. She, like, leans back.
To be more precise, you're what the Court of Death would refer to as an errant soul, but you've been given a body. They have probably put out a bounty for you.
When your body dies, when most bodies die, they convert into flame and they float away on the winds. You, through sheer force of will or some small miracle, held yourself together. And you held on long enough for us to find you a new body.
Oh, that, makes sense. I thought I was just... You know, I don't even know why. I thought I was just in a burning state. I got set on fire or something.
If that's your default assumption, you won't be surprised by a lot of the things that the world has in store for you. She like leans in and looks you dead in the eyes. But right now, that court, the demonic court of death oversees the passage of mortals from this world into the next, theoretically.
They will come hunting for you. I know how they work pretty intimately. It's only a matter of time before they find you and hunt you down again, and he will keep coming until his strength outpaces everyone here's.
But don't worry, though. I'm pretty talented as a demonologist. I'll throw up every barricade I have, and you're pretty strong as a demon puncher, I think we've determined. So, I think between everyone here, we can overcome that fate.
It has been a while since I've seen someone punch him in the face that hard. And trust me, I've gotten a few good ones in myself.
Well, I'm glad I'm actually a little bit useful for you guys.
A little?
A little? Literally everyone in the room is like lets out that noise. It's like, back in the day, I will admit, I thought your ego was pretty big, but it's big for a reason. It's unreasonable to me to think that we stared literal death in the face earlier today, and I'm coming out feeling more confident than before. Willow, I'm glad to have you on our side again.
I'm just glad to be back.
Riddle beams at you. Right. Well, I hate to interrupt the just the feel-good discussion here, and we need to get to the topic of cover-ups. How we're going to lie about this.
Yes. Willow, I would love to come and treat you myself, but unfortunately, if I lay eyes on you, I think they will know your exact location, so I'm going to keep my distance from you. And I can only register... I don't actually know what room you're in right now, specifically for your own safety.
Riddle places a finger on her lips.
Who's gonna come for me?
The Court of Death.
What? They can see through you?
They can see the world through my eyes specifically, yes.
Demons have a habit of forging pacts directly or indirectly with certain mortals. I don't think you necessarily need to worry about it with your unique state, but other courts can use people almost like portable cameras. It's a problem. So I'm gonna do everything I can to cloak you from sight.
Riddle is a very capable demonologist and is also a literal wizard, so she should be able to make it so that we can't perceive you properly, but you should keep your distance from the ESP lab, since that's where I am most of the time.
For now. I've got a kind of a goal. I want you two to meet someday, so I'm gonna figure out a way that you can coexist in the same room, but for now, yeah, distance would be wise. She leans in. But there's another problem. As far as the Court of Death knows, and as far as the world knows, Wave 1 was mostly wiped out, so we need an adequate cover story. Verona, puts a hand up in the air. I think this feels extremely disrespectful to your role as a member of Wave 1, particularly as one of the people who found the very first reflections. Willow, could I ask you to blend in with the members of Flow Wave 2?
Using the big shining stars of Flow Wave 2 like a skeleton to hide her.
Exactly.
If you let the flashy ones stand in front of you, no one will notice.
It's always darkest at the base of the lighthouse. She grins. If we're trying to hide you, particularly from demons and demonic courts, let's assign you to the place where Riddle is. And let's assign you to the place where they know... And let's assign them to the last place they'll look for you, and also, coincidentally, the people who are all equipped with anti-demon weapons.
You know, you make a good case.
Though this will require you to pretend your time in Wave 1 didn't exist. Unfortunately, you won't get to show the rookies how it's done. You'll be pretending to be a rookie.
Riddle fidgets in place. This is weird. Do we have to, like, pretend we don't know each other? Wouldn't go necessarily that far. Just come up with an excuse for how you got close over the next few months.
Yeah, like, oh, maybe you two met when Willow came up from, you said you're from the swamp, right? You came up from the swamp, Riddle showed you around Opia HQ, she does tours sometimes, and you guys just became friends, and you're just normal friends.
Riddle gives you a difficult look.
Oh, that's fine. I'll become a star in some other way.
I think you'll probably be able to become a star as a member of Flow Wave 2. You saw the billboard, right?
The billboard?
Yeah, the one that I was on, Turbo Witch Guarantee and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the treatment all of Flow Wave 2 is getting.
Actually, their treatment's much bigger. Skeleton has a poster on every fucking sidewalk, but you know.
It's really annoying. So, if you want to be a star, Wave 2's a good place to be it. Riddle kind of laughs as like, we can actually take advantage of a specific weakness of the demons. They never really bother to know someone's true name or face up to a certain point. If you're just an errant lost soul to them, they're going to be hunting you down with the remnants of Flow Wave 1. You become a star as Willow of Flow Wave 2. You'll hide better than you ever could, just out in the woods somewhere. I'll throw up whatever protections I can around you. Hide you from their sight. She sort of sighs. It's gonna be hard, though. Like, you've done this before. You fought Coden demons before. You're, to some extent, one of the people who wrote the book on the whole process. Pretending to be a rookie again isn't gonna be easy.
I'll just smile and nod and never ask questions.
Actually, I think you should ask a lot of questions. It'll make you seem like you don't know what's going on.
I'll smile and nod and ask clarifying questions.
Yeah, good job.
And I'll make sure to stick with you. Verona? Yes. Can you maybe manipulate things so we're on the same squad? Ah, yes, of course. You, same squad. In that case, you're going to have to go to boot camp. I'm sorry, Willow. That's gonna be annoying. You're going to show up quite literally as a mysterious transfer student.
Wait! Someone bursts into the room. Wait, you're gonna send her away? Every time these flow guys show up, you always make them leave, and Aura's the only one that gets to stay.
Yes, I know, and it's not fair to anyone here. Riddle's like, I will miss you. She like holds out a hand. It's not fair to anyone, but we have to maintain a good cover. She's writing something on the piece of paper, and it's like, okay. Riddle's like, it's a real shame, actually. We just reconnected.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
She
How long is
hugs
boot
you.
camp?
She hugs you! And those two are like, I'm gonna miss you at boot camp, I'm gonna miss you. You can visit each other by car, literally. You don't understand! Riddle's like getting worked up. Verona's like, jeez.
It's like a 4-hour car ride, Verona.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, plus you can have this. You did good today. She's like writing it down like, okay. How about this? I was going to put a Skeleton on the same squad as Basilisk Id because I figured that would be a good place to maintain focus. I was going to assign both of them to you, Riddle, so you could keep an eye on them to make sure that they don't cause problems. I can assign you two to the same squad as them, and you'd be essentially a +1. But we can work things out. I should probably put a normal person in here.
And plus, I can keep an eye on them too.
She's like, oh my god. She walks over, and you two are still hugging. Riddle is sobbing into your shoulder, and she puts a hand on your shoulder. She's like, Willow, it's been so long since I've had good assistance out on the front. This is delightful. She's beaming at you.
This is crazy. It feels like 3 days for me.
You say that. And let the warmth and presence wash over you. Yeah, you found your way back, but for now, you'll be apart from them for a little while longer. But it won't be before too long that you find your way back to Opia to seize your destiny, or whatever else you have in front of you. Your head lets out one last little burst. Not a headache, just a flare. A little bit of smoke as the last bit of the vision returns. You remember it clearly. Absolutely. You remember you should certainly be dead, but there's another feeling. You remember warmth, not only your own, but something else. Your eyes flick open for a moment, your body barely holding together. You're pressed to somebody else's back. You burn away at it, digging into what appears to be a large suit covering a body. He shifts in front of you, the fire licking away at him, burning away his flesh, revealing something beneath it, but he keeps driving onwards, moving on. A different voice echoes out from behind that visor. Come on, just a little further. Don't give up on me now. We'll make it through this together. There's a jolt as you look at the figure, and there's a crack as a voice modulator locks back into place. Welcome back home. Though, with any hope, it won't be home for much longer. He continues bringing you forwards. You round the corner. We're going to rest here for a little while, and then we'll find our way back to Fallenarm. Or I suppose it's Opia HQ at this point. We thought we lost you back there. Can't have that. For normal people like me, you're one of the world's greatest hopes. He continues on, the flames sizzling away at his back. As your vision fades from sight, you return to the same old room, and the light grows lighter and lighter, till very little remains, all engulfed by pale blue flame. Let's go! It's fan art time!
Yeah, sorry. Oh god.
Fuck yeah! We were rhapsodizing over the director.
Yeah.
As one should.
As one should. See, chat, you understand. I
Ow.
love that session so fucking much. Willow rules.
Yeah.
That's best.
Willow's the fucking best. This was so good. Yeah, chat, you understand. Like, you understand why so many people are fucking, like, implicit trust in Willow? And, like, I think by episode 14, everyone understands how much she's fucking earned it with how many times she just casually tangles with the scariest dude around.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Alright. So, wait, let me pull up Discord. Let me stream this to you guys in the chat that I'm in right now.
Ooh, I'll change the music on Roll20.
Oh, fuck. I need to turn the music on and roll.
Yeah, you gotta.
There we go.
Simply have to.
Alright. Fuck. You guys look at that.
I will.
And then chat, look at. Fuck, is this. Why isn't this working? Why is it showing a black screen?
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Thing.
stinky.
Does display capture. Oh, there was an update that changed like this display capture shit. Here we go.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's fine. You just have to reset your
God.
display capture stuff. This is made by the 2020. Thank you, Liz 2020. First off, Reflection Zero. Yeah, Forgotten Hero.
Yeah.
Willow Kakashi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny how you made this meme at the beginning of the session instead of the end of the session.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, stealth mission.
Oh my god. The movie is about a donkey. It was about an ass. Thought that was my brother's role. Would not talk about Ace's ass. Good training. Ow, my bones.
Yeah. Then,
I'm
yeah.
a Willow Wisp.
Yeah, the breaker.
The breaker. There it is. The breaker propaganda setting in. POV. Riddle is about to steal your stapler.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
And then yeah,
Time to
Son
spam.
made of stapler knives.
Stapler knives and ribbon. Oh, look at the
Oh,
smile.
look at
Willow
the
wins.
smile.
W.
Yeah.
Cryptid sighted.
Christmas. I love her.
Space.
Favorite character.
And then here we go.
They're friends.
Oh,
They're
they're
friends.
friends.
They're friends.
I promise you, they're friends.
Jeremy. I'm glad we got Jeremy
Jeremy
back.
is in jail.
Jeremy's
Yeah, Michael.
It's Michael.
Michael Myers. And then
Oh, yeah.
This is so good.
yeah, and then Beach Behemoth.
Stranger.
Yeah.
Avon calling. No solicitors. They're having fun.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally, I'm a cameo now.
Yeah. And then spam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, there's 2 more that's been added, apparently?
Okay, let me refresh.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be very happy with it. Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah! Let's go!
I love that lance.
Oh,
Yeah.
so lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely
See
excellent.
a second one. But yeah. Thank you all for coming out.
Oh my god. Thank
yeah.
you all for coming out. I'm
Yeah.
going to be posting to the Patreon the reflection tests. Keep posted on Discord,
Yeah.
Patreon, my Twitter. I'll make a stink about it when I get there.
Yeah, and sometime later this week, or early next week, we will post some Patreon content. And we're going to be doing some more Patreon content for reflection-based stuff. And I hope you guys check it out. And also, don't forget to join the official Discord, where you can see updates about what we're doing, when this is coming back, and other
Yes.
things like that.
While we're on break, now is a great time to tell your friends to get into the show. Spread the word around. It helps us an immense amount.
It really does.
Yeah, and also encourage people that you know around you that did watch and fell off. That this is a great time to catch up.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
You know, because we're gonna be on a month or so break. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you all for coming out.
Fuck yeah.
See you guys around.
Later.
Have a great evening. Bye.
Later.
Ay, ay.